Hey guys, J-Man here in the Danger Room. All right, we went live a little early, but what the hell? I'm sitting here. No point in me just sitting here. May as well start talking. I gotta wait for my guys to show up today later on anyway. So I figure why not just get right into it. Lots to talk about. There's the Batman animated series, Cape Crusader to talk about. The Superman animated eek. Superman and Lois. What else is there to talk about? Comics. This Flash was pretty good. I got Nightwing. That was pretty good too. Talk about some of that. I did get a new Batman watch and the debut today of Sean without the beard. Beardless Sean is coming soon. Yeah, you guys are going to be a bit shocked if you haven't seen him without the beard. All right, Caleb, thank you so much for joining. You were right in there. That's great. Belle Reeve, thanks so much for coming in. My day job day was kind of crap, but now I'm talking to everybody here, so that's exciting. Um, I do feel Ryan, what's going on, dude? We had a great conversation. We had some really good conversations last night on Truth Stream. Unfortunately, I always have to get up really early for work, so I can't stay as late as I'd like to. And Ryan, you came on just slightly late as I was coming off, but it was a great chat. Pretty productive. I like when there's a lot of back and forth as opposed to everyone always on the same page, which is great because I'm not always on the same page with a lot of people. But I think it makes it more interesting. And also, I feel that when we have these conversations, it sometimes presents different points of view, but it also sometimes strengthens your own point of view. And then sometimes there was someone on last night. I forgot the fellow's name, the Terminator, maybe 94 or something. He made some really good valid points last night as well. So good, it's good. So I like to hear a lot of people's opinions, and it gets me thinking as well. Arkham Gaming, what's going on, dude? Uh, DC content we're getting. I know I can't complain. I'm loving the comic books, movies. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it all. Obviously, like I mean, that's gonna. The Batman, I'm um, a little bit more enthused. But oh, guys, it's like JJ's name is on it. Oh, I mean, oh man, I don't know. I hope. I hope. There really hasn't been a Batman cartoon that I've hated. I have to rewatch the Batman, or there was the Batman and there was Beware the Batman. I don't remember. I have them. I should really rewatch those. Um, but I definitely. I mean, this looks like the first appearance Batman with like the wider horns. I'm not sure if I like the ears that way. I think I maybe prefer a bit of the smaller ears. Yeah, you weren't. Yeah. Yes, it wasn't that bad. I know it got slightly out of hand, but it was good. I thought it was all right. Um, why does everyone hate JJ? Oh dear, we're gonna need to have an entire stream dedicated to that. Anthony just joined, so Anthony's gonna explain it to everybody. Caleb Bell, Matt, best for me. Yeah, on this cartoon, yeah, let's see. I'm gonna take a shot on it. HBO Max, I think, is a good. I think it's a good streaming service. Actually, I think there's some good quality stuff. So let's see. I'm definitely more excited for this one than Superman. That's for sure. The Superman one does not look appealing to me at all. I'm not sure who they're even going for, what the audience is on that one. This one seems like it's going to be more adult oriented, which is cool. That's fine. Batman has several different iterations, and Batman's one of the few characters where I kind of accept anything. Like I love Brave and the Bold, the cartoon. I thought that was a really exciting, very fun cartoon. Anytime I feel like throwing an episode on, I watch one every day actually, um, and I still really enjoy it. I think it's a great cartoon. Obviously, the animated series is fantastic. Have you seen the sequel trilogy? That- there is that. Anthony's going to tell you everything that you need to know about why JJ sucks or why everyone doesn't like him particularly. It's got the 39 look. Yeah, it's got that classic Batman #1. Let's do Batman first appearance, and you can kind of take a look. So this is sort of the Funko Pop that they made. Why is that not showing? I don't know. But see, like the ears are a little bit more widespread. There you go, and that's sort of the look that they did. I mean, it's interesting. I'm definitely gonna check it out and see what's going on. Yeah, the gold. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they work. They work. I'm gonna check it out for sure. No, oh, I don't think so. I don't think that'll ever happen. I can't say anything about Jason because I haven't watched enough of his movies. Well, you just need to watch any one. Just pick one, and then you'll understand. I actually don't really like any of his movies, to be honest. I don't think any of them were particularly that good. Yes, JJ Bum, yeah. The ears are cool. I don't like the way they look in the Killing Joker. Oh, were they too long in that one? Maybe it's weird. Sometimes they're very long. I feel, and sometimes I don't want them to be too short. Like the Adam West. If I have a complaint on Adam West, would be that I felt that it looked a little too short. The ears were a little too short for my tastes. Batman from 04. Okay, so yeah, that's the one I'm talking about? Yeah, I've got that. I've got to catch up on that. Did I miss a comment? I did. I heard Batman Superman show would be on the Cartoon Network, HBO Max. I think Batman is HBO Max. Someone can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. And Superman's going to be for aimed for kids, but it doesn't look very interesting. Kids, I don't think kids care about the hijinks of Superman and Lois. I just don't get what's going on with that. All right, let me full screen myself. I want to show everybody the new Batman watch. That's upside down, but it looks kind of like the utility belt. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. It looks really, really cool. Do I have Detective Comics number 27? No, I do not have Detective. If I did, that would be great. Okay, let's bring in the personification, the human personification of Lex Luthor. Steven, what's going on?
I'm planning Superman's demise as we speak.
You're not going to be able to do it. I guarantee you, Superman will find a way around it.
No. I don't know. All I need to do is find some kryptonite, and I'm good.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be enough. Superman, he's smart. He'll find a way around it. Sean is not going to have the beer tonight. Did you know?
No, I didn't know.
Sean shaved. Oh, shit! I shouldn't have said anything. I didn't realize that because I.
You know, you're going to lose about half your subscribers when that happens.
Don't right? Say that. That's very new. I just got a subscriber while we were talking. So there.
Well, you did because they heard Sean was going to be on with the beard, and now that he's not.
Now that he's not on with the beard, I know. We'll see what happens. I think there's going to be pandemonium when Sean shows. They're going to be like, "That's not Sean," and they're going to think it's a lie.
They've never seen pre-beard Sean, so they may not know how to react.
The Jamaican joke. Oh yeah, Joker from. Did you watch that cartoon, Steve? The 2004 Batman 2004 animated series. I think it was just called The Batman.
I saw the Dracula episode that everyone talks about.
I have that. Yep. Yeah. So here you go. So.
The Rastafarian Batman. Yes.
Yes, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I did find that to be a bit weird, though. To tell you the truth, I thought Batman himself looked okay, and it's not too bad. Like I don't know, Batman looks okay. Nobody else really looks that good.
Yeah, everyone looks. This is going to sound ridiculous, but everyone looks like a cartoon character. Like everyone looks really weird, and I don't know. Like when they're Bob Marley Joker exactly. When they have that sort of, like big head and tiny neck, and then like disproportionate body, it takes me out of it. It reminds me I'm watching a cartoon, and they're not like. I know they're not real, but it's sort of like these aren't human beings anymore. So I check out.
I feel like Batman looks okay. like
Batman's
why
the one who does look okay, really.
am I thinking that like Batgirl is not in the right cartoon? Like it almost like see
Yeah.
like this looks not too bad to me,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like I mean, I don't know. I mean, that looks fine. But then like why do the others look so wonky?
I don't know. I had the same problem with, to be honest with you, with Into the Spider Verse.
Oh, yeah. But I think
Like,
because the way that was just so again cartoony, but like it was done to be very vibrant and crazy. I
yeah,
didn't mind it as much in that one. I think because those characters were not characters that I necessarily really kind of grew up with thinking about too much. It
yeah,
was like it was new Spider-Man from different areas. It wasn't too bad. Some of the design choices, like I thought Kingpin was very awkward. He looked a little bit too big.
yeah. I mean, it was too embellished, too. I don't know. It was just too much for me. Like, I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, like this.
that's weird.
Yeah, like he's like a tiny head and a huge body.
Yeah, that was very weird.
Especially
Was,
drinking a lot, Ryan. You need to drink a
you
lot to enjoy Cloverfield.
you do, yes. Uh, Brave and the Bold, yeah, it was a little bit of a homage to lots of different things. Brave and the Bold, the comic, Brave and the Bold, it was sort of a Batman, Adam West tribute a little bit. Um, not too short either. Yeah, I guess yeah. In terms of the animation, do you like the New 52 Batman suit? Yeah, I don't mind the New 52 Batman suit actually. What did you think of that one, Steve?
What's it look like again?
Let's take a look at it.
Uh,
It wasn't too bad. This was one of the ones where I don't think it was too bad. I'm trying to find like a good picture of it.
I mean, every iteration of Batman in the comics lately has been some version of black armor.
Yeah, let's go new.
Um,
Okay, let's go New 52 Detective Comics because I read those. You
okay.
read all of those, didn't you?
Yeah, I read all those Coriolis and all that.
Yeah, so
The
I'm trying to find like where's like a
Batman
good. Of
detective.
course, like oh here you go, here you go. Here's like a good. I'll share that. Right, I have you have this issue, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you have.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's fine. Like,
I like this. I think it looks good.
I mean, it's not too bad. Like, he's got blue in it. I always like Batman when he's got blue in his color scheme.
Mhm.
Right. This is more of a gray Batman, which is fine.
This looks cool. This right
Yeah.
like this looks cool to me. Yeah, Batman is one of those guys where if they do blue and gray, that's awesome, or navy blue, or dark
Mm-hmm.
blue,
Yeah.
or black and gray. Any of that spectrum, I'm okay with. If they did like that's why I like the Ben Affleck suit. I like the Ben Affleck suit the best, man. I don't know. I don't know. We haven't really talked about that with Sean and what his thoughts are because I know that, but it's the only one that had that distinction where there was more black and then there was a little bit of a lighter color.
Yeah, Batman should not just be all one cover, in my opinion. Like, it's not as good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, it. You know, I don't know. Yeah, Batman's HBO Max and Superman's Cartoon Network. I heard that. I don't know. Like, my problem, not my problem, but my question really is going to be: Batman the animated series is the definitive Batman cartoon series, in my opinion. If you're doing serious Batman. And Superman, the animated series, is the definitive Superman
Yeah.
cartoon. Um,
Would you go so far as to say that the Batman animated series, besides the comics, not counting the canon comics, because that to me is the proper Batman, not counting comic books, would you say the animated series is the best other, whether it's live action or cartoon or TV show or movie or made for like a DC made for TV or made for video? Would you say that's the best version of Batman?
yeah, I definitely think like combining the elements of animation, voice work, story, characterization, it's
Mhm.
the perfect. To me, it's the comics come to life. It's the closest you'll ever come to the comics come to life.
That is my mom calling me. She never calls. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Steve, run the chat for.
All right. So yeah, I think that Batman animated series is obviously the best of the Batman shows. I haven't really watched anything else because I didn't really know why. When you've seen the best, anything else comes in, it'll be like, to this or to that. So the animated series to me was the definitive Batman thing, and after that, I just had no interest in watching anything else. Superman, the animated series, is basically Batman the animated series, except with Superman. I thought it was terrific. So same sort of thing. Like when I watched Superman the animated series, I can't help but sit there and think, you can do this in live action. I don't understand what the problem is. But yeah, like that. This is why I never watched Batman shows after Batman animated series, because I'm like, they'll never beat this. So I just thought I just never like. I didn't want to compare it to BTAS. So
Thank you, Anthony. I'm very happy with my watch. I feel like the question now would be freaking awesome
yeah,
because, like, the question is great. Thank you, guys. Yes, I'm very happy with this watch. It's actually, I thought it might be a bit kiddie, but actually, it's an adult watch. It's pretty sturdy. Like, it's a heavy watch. Kids just want to see Superman punching stuff. Yeah, no.
yeah,
The thing with Man of Steel is that it's an exciting action movie. This
yeah,
is why I still give it, like, Sean is gonna be. Well, let's talk about this before Sean comes on,
yes,
because Sean will not give Man of Steel a pass. I give it a pass, even though I'm grumpy about it and argue with everybody. I give it a pass because, look, it's still Superman flying around fighting guys, and like Zod's forces are cool. There's an actual threat to the Earth. It's
yeah,
not just like I'm not taking anything away from like a Lex Luthor destroying California in Superman. That's crazy, right?
yeah,
Or even Zod taking over the world. Zod actually took over the world in Superman 2, which is crazy.
yeah,
Um, but Man of Steel had a lot of great battles. Whether or not you agree with the destruction and whatever, it doesn't. I mean, the battles. I'm talking like if you're just seeing a movie and saying I don't care about anything, I just want to watch this. It has excitement in that sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
Stephen
Stephen
the
the Menace. Oh,
Menace.
maybe I can do. We can.
Hey,
I don't know. I'm trying to come up with names for it.
uh,
Caleb, you say, man,
so
what you
I
talking
do
about,
have a
Caleb?
question about the quote unquote destruction. Uh,
And well, they're terraforming the planet, so I guess there's going to be some destruction.
yeah, like the question I have, and this is something
Oh God,
I've struggled with since Civil War, and
hey, truth.
when when Sean has and it's like, well, Superman doesn't try to save someone. I think that was his argument. And the question I have is that when do you make the distinction between fighting someone actively and leaving to save someone? Like, does Superman not say, I can't leave these people alone because they'll continue to hurt people while I'm there? Like, is he not calculating in his head, if I
I would think
fight
he
this?
is.
Yeah, because that's sort of like, if you're actively punching someone, and this is why I didn't buy Civil War. Like, Scarlet Witch grabs Crossbones and she tries to get him out, or she doesn't look at what she's doing. She's a little bit reckless. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But Crossbones is still the guy hitting the bomb. He would have killed how many people if she didn't
Oh, for
push him up?
sure. I'm with Scarlet Witch on that one, big
Yeah,
time. I was thinking, I'm looking around like, well, she took care of business. What do you want? Like,
yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
wasn't that tense at Man of Steel for the destruction as much as other people were. I know that was a touchy point for some people. My interpretation of what I was watching was like, he doesn't have a moment to go do anything. Like, he's constantly being like
Yeah,
hit and he's hitting back.
yeah,
So I don't know. I mean, unless you write the story differently, like, I mean, problems can be solved if you write situations where that doesn't happen. But
hmm,
that's when you start getting into the intricacies of how do you want to tell this story.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not bothered by that. And honestly, we had a big discussion last night. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay long with the Truth stream. And it was actually there were some crazy moments, but it was actually pretty. There's some good moments where we had some good dialogue. Sean was on there, but he wasn't. I don't know if he went to sleep when I had come on because I saw Sean chat in the chat. But some good points back and forth. And I do love talking about this issue because I think a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on it. It's one of these things where there's actually a lot of opinions. It's not as fun talking about Christopher Reeve because everyone likes Christopher Reeve, and then you just move on. So there's nothing to talk about, right? Like there's no meat. It's like, well, Batman the Animated Series. Did you like it, Steve? Yeah, I loved it. Did you like it, Sean? Yeah, I loved it. Does everyone in chat love it? Yeah, we all love it. Okay, the stream's over.
Yeah,
right? Like
nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk about. You need to have. That's why I wanted to do the Danger Room because that's where the X-Men come to practice and fight. But once they leave, they're still friends.
Yeah,
everything is good in the Danger. What happens in the Danger Room stays in the Danger Room. No, but like anything that happens in here, look, this is where we come to fight it out. We give our opinions. We're not holding back. But when this stream is over, we're all back to being cool with each other. Nobody's hurt. Nobody ever got hurt by having a difference of opinion on a movie, right? Unless you're psychotic and you're trying to, hurt people for real in real life. I hope that Jonathan. Oh yeah, I was going to talk. So Superman and Lois, you saw it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
When he let out the laser, that was
killer. That was awesome.
That was awesome. I hope that Jonathan makes it to the fortress. I know, yeah, dude. This was a good one. This was a good episode. Because he's not manifesting powers. Yeah, it doesn't mean he should. Right. Yeah. He's 50%. So yeah, we have to see what's going to happen. And actually, somebody mentioned something which I wish they did mention on Hey Truth. I'd say hey again on Truth Stream. I think it was Neil. Neil was like, or maybe somebody else said that he didn't like the suit. It looks weird sometimes when he moves. And then after he had said that, I looked at some scenes. I'm like, oh damn, he's right. Sometimes it looks like it folds in a weird way. And I thought, damn, I wish that guy hadn't said anything because now I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I'm liking Superman and Lois. Lois Lane and Lana are very well handled. Lana's not. When Lana was like, you know what, I'm going to help you because I trust you.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Making Joker. I know.
It's just crazy when you look at that picture because it's just it's it's the style of the show and you either accept it or you don't, right? Like I think they were going for something different, obviously, and they definitely succeeded in making something different. To me, it's not the style I prefer, but like that doesn't mean it doesn't have its place, right? It's just
I agree.
Hey, Truth.
Some of the designs, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I mean, art's subjective. That's just how it's going to be. Comic Book Gaming says it's an underrated series. If we're talking about Brave and the Bold or the Batman, yeah, I have to rewatch. I've seen animated series for sure. I'm going to rewatch that because I haven't seen that since it was like basically on TV.
Right.
I have to rewatch that from the beginning. Right now, I'm doing Brave and the Bold. It's only a 3-seasoner. It's very fast episodes. It's very light entertainment, so it's very easy to watch that show. I find. Plus, it looks fantastic on my 65-inch 4K TV.
Yeah,
they look puny. Yes,
I agree. That's a really good way to describe them. Is puny.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good word. That is a very good word. Yes, I didn't watch all of Beware the Batman. Let's take a look at that one again as well. Beware the Batman. Why can't I type? Who knows? Beware my typing skills. Beware the Batman. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This one. I've got this as well. This looked weird to me. I'll share my screen. This looked really weird to me also.
Very angular.
Yeah. Very poignant. Oh, angular. There you go. That's what we were talking about earlier.
You know what's the problem too is that I know I'm not. I can't actually point your screen, but I don't like when the horns are that long, where it's like it's almost like he's wearing an antennae now. I'm not a huge fan of that.
This does look like an antennae or something. It just seems very weird. I'm not a fan of that one.
No.
Puny, yes, so Truth was okay with designs. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're okay. I mean, we're not taking a shit on it or anything like that. It's just a bit weird.
Yeah, it would throw me off when I'm watching it. It'd take me a while to get used to it.
All right, so let's take a look at Greg
Capullos.
Let's take a look here. Yeah. So I read all of these. Um, is this is the Scott Snyder run, correct?
Yeah, that's a Scott Snyder run. Yeah, it's a good design.
Yeah. Now this was Scott Snyder, right? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yo,
Scott Snyder.
this was killer good.
Yeah.
I know everyone takes a shit on the new 52, but it wasn't all bad. This is why I don't like global state or what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Blanket
generalized statements,
statements.
blanket
Statements.
statements,
Yeah.
blankets. Oh, what's fucking new 52's garbage. Okay, so literally every fucking comic that came out, every one of them, you read it and you're like garbage, garbage, garbage. Like that seems crazy. And Scott Snyder was great. His line was
Yeah.
enormous at the show.
Yeah. You know what?
Court
Who
of
did?
Owls. Ooh, I love
You
it.
know who did Jonah Hex?
Mm-hmm.
New 52. I really dug that
I
entire
have that whole series, baby. That
series,
was
man.
cool, man.
Yeah, it was great. Like he got Arkham as a partner, and
Yeah,
like
All
that
Star
was awesome.
Western. That was
Yeah,
called. Got
All
the
Star West.
entire run, all
Yeah,
of it,
yeah,
and the Jonah Hex series before that. I have the entire run of that, and before that, I have every Jonah Hex miniseries, individual issues. I love Jonah Hex. They need to do something more. Ben Affleck's. I think Ben Affleck's is the best. I think. I'm being super objective because everybody knows my take on these more recent ones, but just visually, I think in the horns look pretty good. What do you think about the horns on the Affleck suit? Pretty good.
yeah. I mean, it definitely is the Dark Knight Return suit. Like it is very much like it's very bulky.
Yep.
It's got the almost like a cloth look, which is different, right? Um, it's what I like about it is again you get the breakup of color. It's not all one color. I hate when Batman is all one color because to me he's never been one color.
Yeah. I agree with you. Like I don't like the one color thing either. Batman versus Superman suit, is it different than what I'm thinking? No, yeah, this is the yeah, like I mean, it's the Ben Affleck regular suit, which is the one I like. Does it look different in just in the Snyder cut?
I don't recall it looking that different.
I think it's the same, right?
I think so
So yeah,
too.
that's the best one. I agree. I agree with Ryan on that. That's why I like the Bale. That's why I
Yeah,
don't like the Bale or Keaton
yeah,
suit that much. It's just full black. Yep. I I thought when we okay, look, 89 Batman and Batman Returns, which are my two favorites. My negatives are the symbol in part one. I don't like that it's not
yeah,
this symbol.
yeah.
They fixed it in Returns, but I wish it would be a little bit more gray in the
Yeah.
chest,
Yes.
just to break it up a little bit.
You
I don't
know.
like Joker killing the parents, and I don't like
No.
Joker getting killed, and I don't really like Batman killing people willy nilly if he's going to end up working with the police later. Sorry, Steve, go ahead. What was your thoughts?
Yeah. One good thing I do like about the Batman, the first, 89 and Returns is the yellow insignia. I don't like
Yes,
when the insignia almost gets lost in the chest, which I think was what happened with Bale's. I think his almost like the insignia got lost.
I agree with you 100%. If they're see, you got there's only two options. If you're making it all black, then you have to have the yellow. But then the question is, why is there a yellow there?
Yeah, it looks
Is it
weird.
then it seems weird.
Yeah,
If you're going to do two-tone black and gray, then this here works because I can still see the bat symbol,
right,
right? Like
right.
if you don't have the bat symbol, then what the hell am I watching?
Yeah, it just
Um,
looks weird for me.
Bale is
Bale is
trash.
trash.
Yes, yeah. Poor Bale. Zach was first to advocate bringing the gray. Yep,
Yeah,
yep. I like that a lot for sure.
yeah. Hey,
Sean is a Snyderverse lover and
let me
hater.
tell you, don't let that man tell you anything. He loves Batman versus Superman. He has
He's
watched
seen
it
it so
40
many times.
times. I swear to God. He's
He
got
loves
toys and stuff.
it. He bought all the toys
Yeah,
because Sean is a poser hater. But we're poser haters too. I'm a poser hater. Like I'm just gonna buy it anyways. We were talking about that yesterday. But the thing is that I'm a constant. I'm going to buy it, even if I make fun of it. I'm still buying it. So it's like literally, you're not gonna be able to you can't beat me because I'm gonna
right.
buy it anyways, right? Geek Studios, what's going on,
Hey,
dude?
geeks.
Everyone's doing good. We're doing really good. Hey, what's going on? Okay, app is. I cannot pronounce your name. Let's call. Can you pronounce that, Steve?
I'm gonna try and say it's epist.
How about Bin? Can we call you Bin? Is that cool? But thank you so much for coming on. Can you show your full design Green Lantern T-shirt? Yes. The bigger the possible, and remove your earphones. Okay. I will. I will show the full the full Green Lantern shirt,
Oh, Monty.
and I'll move the. No, we're not doing that. There you go. That's the full Green Lantern shirt right there.
He wanted you to remove your headphones, I think.
No, just so he could see the.
Oh, okay.
The pattern. All right.
They're casting Alan Scott.
Ooh, I love Alan Scott. Is Jordan in the comics? No.
No.
Don't know why they brought him in, but I don't hate him, so there's that. No, yes, thank you. Trash. I'm not sure what we were talking about at that
Trash
point.
Jordan? Jordan's trash? I don't know.
Maybe some. Some people might not like
Lee. I'm not Lee Bermejo. Yeah, I like him.
I'm bad with names and numbers, as everybody knows. I read all the comics, but I don't remember anyone's name. Let's take a look at it. I'll tell you right now. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah. No,
he was at what do you call it? At Fan Expo a couple of times.
Yeah. These guys are pretty. Jason is good too. Now, was he? I remember seeing him at. Oh yeah. He did the Watchmen thing, right? At least the cover. Yeah, he's great too. I'm looking up all these guys because I'm terrible with names, unless it's like someone like super famous, like Jack Kirby or something. Modern guys, I don't know anyone's name, but yeah, I read this stuff. It's really good. He's great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
George
for
Jimenez.
sure. Yeah. That's it. That's for sure. Yeah. So Arkham and I are going to be talking some Batman. In not this Friday, but next Friday, and we're going to go through movies, cartoons. There might be a lot to talk about, so we'll just go as long as he can stand it.
People shit all over the New 52, but New 52 brought us Court of Owls. People don't really realize that.
Yeah, I don't really think Batman the comic has really suffered that much. I know sometimes Superman suffers. The thing is like I love Superman. He's my favorite. Batman's my second favorite. But Batman seems to usually have pretty good stories. And I think because the Batman character is very versatile in what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why Batman is accepted in multiple different iterations. People are usually more like, no, I want dark Superman. I want badass Superman. And then there's the people, no, I want heroic and hopeful Superman. In brackets, the real Superman. But like Batman is, a lot of people accept Batman in different forms, like the Christian Bale movies, which is the very realistic take on Batman, if you can call that realistic. People really love those movies, and I don't get angry at them. I don't love them as much.
Yes,
right. I actually think that Snyder would have had the perfect. I think Snyder would have been the best to do the Batman movies.
Yeah.
I think Zack Snyder should have really just did a Batman trilogy. I know everyone wants the Superman trilogy, and I would definitely want it to give Henry Cavill more to do because I felt he got shafted. But I think Zack Snyder and his talents are better suited to Batman.
I mean, if you look at the first two Batman movies, Tim Burton doing it like especially the second one is ultra stylistic, but I don't feel it's Batman. Like I feel it's a little bit off. Penguin especially is off. Even though I do like what he did with Penguin, he just feels a little bit off. The funny thing is that stylistically, I loved Schumacher's look to his movies. It's just the tone was completely off. It was just bad. But like if you look at the architecture and stuff, very stylized.
Like okay.
Right? And then like what happened in Nolan's movies was just Nolan doing a action trilogy with a character who passes a resemblance to who we know Batman is. Mm-hmm. He's not Batman. I feel like Snyder would have got there if he had been given the time and if he'd been given the runway, but he wasn't. And that's it. Like, I feel like they rushed too fast into a Justice League movie, and they didn't really have time to. And you don't really have to reintroduce Batman again. Like, we've got his origin story. We've had the '89 Batman, but we needed something where we got to the next evolution of Batman, which is what I feel Snyder's Batman was. We got to the older Batman, and we didn't really get to why he got there, how he got there, what happened, all that stuff to get him there. It was just he was older, and it was sort of implied that, you know, he's a lot grittier and he's a lot more world weary and he's a lot less likely to, you know, this is a Batman who is at the end of his rope. But we didn't really see how he got there.
Yeah, it's just told through like little scenes that a comic book fan would have to like interpret and tell to other people. That's why there's confusion. So Ryan is saying that it is a little bit different. Okay, so I have
to. Is different as well.
Like when I saw the Snyder cut, I saw it in pretty good like quality. But the thing is that really, I need to watch a movie on my like I watched it on my big screen, but I need to watch it proper. So I'll get the 4K when it comes out. I don't even know if that's for pre-order. I checked the other day. I don't think it's up for pre-order.
No.
So once the popularity of it dies down, they'll put it up for pre-order for sure. I'm positive. I'm gonna get it there, and then what I might do is I might watch all three, like within like let's say a weekend or something, because I don't know if I could do them all at once. Well, I probably could, but my wife would be like, no. I'm gonna try to do them all at once, and then I'll have like a really good feel for the whole thing together. And then I'll pay attention to the costumes better too. The long ears are stupid. See this. I didn't think this was going to become this big ear. Size does not matter. It's how he uses it. Okay, it's your opinion, but I prefer the long ears. I think Batman Returns maybe had the perfect ear length, or it could have been a smidge smaller, maybe like an inch less, and then you would have almost had it. But it depends on how the cowl fits. I don't like the Matt Reeves face that much. In my opinion, I don't like the costume, and that Catwoman clip or whatever. If that was supposed to be Catwoman, that was awful. And the Riddler thing looked really awful.
I'll be honest with you. From what I remember of that trailer, and it was a while ago, this was a Batman movie trailer if you were on acid. It was a bunch of like very quick scenes. I couldn't see half of what was going on, to be honest with you.
Well, if you look at the still shots of Riddler, it's not good.
He's not wearing the green, I assume. He's probably
if that's supposed to be the Riddler. He looks like people under the stairs. I'm going to show it to you guys. Hey, 1407 Graham Elkin, the living memory of the X-Men. What's going on, dude? Hey, you guys are still here. Yes, good. Steven is on it. Has a super genius. Yes, he is a super genius. And I know I'm looking like it's like a job interview. I can use PowerPoint and Excel. How about no Monty? Yes, no. We're not going to do it. We're not going to be doing any of that. Whoa, how did I get so behind? John Stewart forever. John Stewart is good. Yeah, he's good. I was going to say Red Wave X. Can we stop that the Charles Xavier is an asshole? Yes, I agree. Legion is an asshole. I agree with you. I still like that book, but yeah, like come on. As an interview, yeah. It's like I'm interviewing. I'm interviewing Steve. Ben would have made a great Batman with Deathstroke. Yeah. So if they were going to do anything, I would do Zack Snyder Batman. The problem is that I don't think that's happening at all because there's a Matt Reeves Batman. So we don't know what's going on with that. There's more of a chance maybe with Man of Steel. But Superman needs Henry Cavill more than anyone really needs to get like a good outing. Even if there was just one more movie to give him like a proper send off. Because it just wasn't fair. Did you like the Snyder cut? Not really. I don't really like it that much. I know everyone loves it so much. My Superman is hardly in it. I'm a Superman fan. And I felt that I felt Henry Cavill got shafted in Batman versus Superman. I know what the storyline is. I know that it was building up, but I can't help but feel that he got shafted. And I was one of the ones who was the champion of Man of Steel. I fought the haters before I knew any of you people. Steve can confirm, and Sean will confirm. And I fought Sean. I fought Sean all the time. We go to Steve's place, and Sean would be like, "Man of Steel shit," and I'm like, "No, it's not, Sean." And then we would fight for an hour, and then Steve would be like, "Okay, guys, we got to watch the movie that we're here to watch." So I liked Henry Cavill. Then when I saw Batman versus Superman, I was like, "Oh boy, this is not good." Superman is treated like crap. Everyone hates him. Batman beats him up and he dies at the end. I'm like, "Oh, this sucks." Then when Justice League came out, I'm like, okay, let's see what happens here. And he comes back. I'm like, okay, this is cool. And he's flying around. I thought, okay, this is not too bad, And Superman, but again, they had the mustache thing, which was it looked very weird. We all were like,
Yeah.
this looks very weird. And I thought, okay. But then when the Zack Snyder cut came out, I thought we're going to redeem Superman. But then he wasn't in it that much. And I don't know. And I feel that Batman, like in the third act, kind of walked out of the picture. And those are the two people. See, Wonder Woman was cool, but Wonder Woman already had a movie. And she had Wonder Woman 84. So she had two movies where she was clearly the star, whether you like 84 or not. She is the star of that movie. She wins in the end. She has a fight. She wins. Wonder Woman wins, has a great fight at the end, and wins at the end of her first movie. At the end of her second movie, whether you like it or not, she fights, she wins. Wonder Woman is the hero and wins in all of her movies. Superman didn't win in the second movie. And then he had a team up win in the third movie. So I want Superman to have his movie where he wins fully. Like he wins by himself. He doesn't need the help of anybody else. He defeats Brainiac or whoever you want. Man of Steel was the only time he had that, and he was still becoming Superman. So we haven't seen Henry Cavill as Superman properly, in my opinion. I know people love the Snyder Cut and they'll die for it, and that's great. And I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to rewatch it again, and all of that stuff. But Superman is my favorite, and I just feel, and if someone can prove me wrong, but he's just not in it that much. I think you'd have to admit to yourselves, guys, that he's not in it that much, and he just fights a little bit, and that's it. There wasn't anything really going on with him and Lois. They were just in the field for a little bit. I would have liked to have the half an hour of the nightmare thing cut out and have half an hour more Superman. What are your thoughts on that? Let's see if I can get to some. And I'll put a link in about, well, it's still a bit early, maybe in about an hour or so, and we'll see if you guys want to come in and debate it with me. Please do, because I want to be in there. Steven, did you like Snyder Cut? Steve, same opinion as me, or
Pretty much. I mean, I would say that
you liked it a bit more than I did, I think, right? Overall?
Yeah, I appreciated it a bit more. I mean, I did miss Superman. I did
but Steve likes Batman. Steve likes Batman more than
I'm a
Superman.
Batman guy. So I got Batman walking around doing stuff. Flash was treated better for sure. He didn't have that awkward weirdness about him where like I shouldn't want to punch Barry Allen. And in the Justice League one, I want to punch Barry Allen.
He was garbage
several times.
Garbage.
So I didn't want to punch him. I really wanted this movie to work. Okay, so I want to say that. Cyborg was in it, but for some reason I felt like it became the Cyborg show at one point. Like every time we want something done, let's get Cyborg. And I'm like, okay, Cyborg's cool, but like I want to see other people do stuff. And it seemed like Aquaman wasn't there a lot. Batman wasn't there a lot. When Aquaman was there, he was very grumpy, and I don't know why. I don't know who pissed in his cornflakes, but someone obviously did. I thought Steppenwolf was done really well. I thought
for sure. The villains were awesome.
The CGI was way better.
Way better.
The SAD was cool.
Yep. My favorite is Desaad. Desaad's my favorite character. He looks the best.
Yeah. The mother boxes were explained better. Yep, what Steppenwolf was doing was explained better.
Perfect.
Like all that stuff was explained better. It's just that it when you have the Justice League, I want to see everyone doing an equal part. And it felt like a couple of my favorites, Batman, one of them, sort of got shoved to the side, and it became about these other guys. And to be honest with you, I didn't really have a emotional connection with them. And that was Cyborg and Flash. Like they did a lot more. And I was just like, they're fine, but I want to see Batman and Superman do stuff.
Yeah, Cyborg did more, but I just couldn't get into him.
No.
I don't like Flash. I don't. He's better, but no, I still don't like him. I don't like Aquaman in this movie at all. Gal is my girl, so I'm with her for sure. So I like her. I like Henry Cavill when he's in it for 5 minutes. I like Ben Affleck as Batman,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel that in the third act he has. So the guys that I like, I feel in the third act don't do that much. But Desaad was killer. Darkseid was killer. Steppenwolf was like super cool. The parademons and all that stuff was super cool. Obviously, the fights are good, so we're not. Nobody's going to be. Everyone knows
Yeah,
the
I
fights
mean,
are good.
I thought the Amazon fight was
That was awesome.
awesome, and the attack on
Was super
Atlantis
awesome.
was really good. Like I
Yeah,
will
all that
say
was good.
that it was more the takeover. The attack was conceptualized a lot better.
Oh, the Pattinson fans, are you scared?
No, these guys. Let me tell you something about these guys. Pattinson, Roach from People Under the Stairs.
No, not Roach. I'm going to show you. Hold on, not Roach. The father. Hold on, the people under the stairs. I'll show you the father. Where is he? Did they remake that movie?
Yeah,
No way.
I was about to say. I'm assuming you're
They
talking about the
remade.
original, not the remake.
They remade People Under the Stairs.
Yes.
Oh, dearie, that's awful. Why would they do that? Okay,
It's yeah.
I'm talking about this. That's
Having
the
never
Riddler.
seen People Under the Stairs, that is hilarious.
That's him and the thing. You've never seen People Under the Stairs? No.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, we gotta watch that. It's the damn best. Bell, you're talking. No, the People Under the Stairs is a great movie. No, he's not supposed to be the. Oh, okay, so hold on a second. So Arkham, let's get the wisdom here. It's an origin for the villains.
Arkham,
uh,
honestly, if I got to put up with one more frigging, he's not this character, I'm going to literally vomit. Like, I've had enough of this. Well, he's not the Penguin yet. He's not the Riddler yet. He's not the Joker yet. He's not frigging Clayface yet. He's not like frigging. When is ever like? What, are these characters so interesting that I have to see their frigging origin, an entire movie with them just becoming that character?
yeah,
We
like
already
that,
had the pre-Riddler in Batman Forever. Why are we now
right.
getting another pre-Riddler?
I
When
just
are we
want the
going to get
normal Riddler. Okay, so Jay Olivia.
Joel Oliva is the best, man. He's the director of a lot of these animated
Oh, okay.
DC animated movies, and he's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, Ryan, we know. Yeah, Ryan, you're good. And then Ryan, are you following me on anything else? I can send you a private link if you want to come in a bit earlier, but we'll let me know. I'm at Lifetime Nerd on Twitter if you want to. Maybe the Snyder Cut was like a theater experience you needed an intermission. Well, you're watching it at home, so you could pause it.
See,
I think I only paused. I don't really need to pause. Actually, I think I only paused once for bathroom break. That's about it.
I ran out of time, so I had to go to bed. But like, I know I sound super old when I say that, but
Yeah, geez.
like one of my favorite westerns of all time is The Big Country, which is like 3.5 hours. So I can do a 4-hour movie. It's just like time now is so tight that it's
Yeah.
possible to do a 4-hour movie all in one shot anymore.
Unpopular opinion. I hate the Pattinson Batman. So yes, that's not unpopular. I think I'm with you. It looks like clunky. Yes, I agree.
Hey,
on all that.
can you get up the Pattinson suit again? I want to take another look at it if you don't mind.
See. Robert Pattinson Batman. Let's share this sucker. Okay. I mean, that right there, that doesn't look too bad, but what is this? Is that him training or something, maybe? Is that like a training suit?
Why does Batman look like he needs a shave?
Like, this looks okay, but again, the bat symbol is like embedded to where there's not even a point in having it.
So I think, and this is what Caleb is saying. If you go back up,
yeah.
The problem is that I don't like the segmentation on the suit. I don't like how it's ridges all over the place. I don't like that.
It looks weird.
It looks again like he Frankensteined it from a bunch of different parts.
I know he sacrificed himself, and I get all that, but he still died. And he sacrificed himself, and everyone was hating on him in that movie. They're like, they didn't believe him, or they thought he had bad intentions.
I feel like Superman.
He
I
didn't
feel
win.
like
A win would
Zach
be like
was.
he defeats and wins at the end and goes with Lois and kisses her and flies away. That would be a win.
Well, I think Zach was trying to recreate the Superman,
Yeah, the death of
the death of
Superman.
Superman. So,
But I don't want Superman to die.
well, that's
Not in his second movie where he's
not in the
not
second one.
even like, okay, if in the first movie he's establishing himself as Superman, then the second movie he has to do adventures of as Superman. Then in the third movie he can die as a sacrifice, and then he comes back for the relaunch of the fourth thing. Not the second movie where he's half in it with Batman,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not a win in my opinion. And I'm not even really sure why he sacrificed himself for humanity, because he was questioning whether he should save humanity. And I don't remember a scene where he had the aha moment of, yes, I should save humanity. That
Yeah,
may have happened. I've only seen Batman versus Superman once in the theater.
theater. Yeah, me too.
I've seen Man of Steel twice in the theater and one time at home. So I know that one a bit better than I know the other two. I do have the extended version of Batman versus Superman, though. The problem is my wife wasn't very interested in it, so we sort of bypassed that one, and we kind of watched Justice League. She just kind of bypassed, and she just thought Justice League was a cool movie to look at, and it had some good fights. But she's not invested in superhero characters as much, really. She likes manga and anime, and she's just not invested in American superheroes. So for her, it's just a movie to watch to be like, that was fun. Like literally, she's like, "Well, that was a cool movie," and then she went back to reading manga. Literally, that is it. She was reading manga. It's like, "Well, that looks cool," and then went back to reading manga. Literally, that happened. Come in, damn well. The reason why Wonder Woman succeeds is because God is she's a movie star, of course. She's the best. Hell no.
Yeah.
Anthony, the Wonder Woman 84 lover. Thank you very much for coming in, Anthony. We appreciate that. Yeah. And people love it, and well, Sean loves it. That's Sean's favorite movie.
I will never. Owen.
What's going on, dude?
Okay, guys. Honestly, Sean's going to show up without a beard. So after you pick yourselves up off the floor, if we'll mention Batman versus Superman, he'll go on a 20-minute rant. Do not believe a word he says. That man loves that movie. I don't care what he says. I don't care what he tries to say. It's not going to work.
He is a liar. Oh, we have air conditioning. If you've seen me going like this, that's because I'm a sweaty pile of mess. Because we had no air conditioning. The air conditioning system is on. I'm gonna just let my wife know so she could turn on the air conditioning.
And while he's doing that, for our American friends, anyone who tells you that Canada doesn't get hot is a liar.
I'm a sweaty pig.
Super hot in the summer. So anyone who says to you that Canada's cold all the time, yes, we can get quite cold. Do not believe them if they say they're cold 12 months a year. Forget it.
I'm dying. I think she's doing the dishes right now. I'm like, Owen. Okay, so Owen is a mutual friend of ours who's going to be appearing in the Danger Room on the Amazing Fans segment. We're going to be talking about the Punisher, who's his favorite Marvel character. And Owen runs the actionelite.com, theactionelite.com. And you're going to be hearing a lot more from him because he's going to be appearing more often. And we're also going to be appearing on his YouTube channel. So guys, give a sub to Action Elite. More on that as it comes. Now, Owen has interviewed big celebrities. He's interviewed Tony Jaa. He's interviewed Michael Jai White. That's a picture of him with Van Damme. His picture is him and Van Damme together. Van Damme follows him on Twitter. So like he's a really, really big into action movies. So we're gonna get more into the Action Elite as we go on. We're just getting his systems all set up and ready to go. So we're gonna get some great streaming out of here. So Ryan, if you want to message me on Twitter, it's at Lifetime Nerd. Follow me, I'll follow you back, and then I can send you up a link if you want to come in and chat. I don't want to put it in the global chat just yet because we're waiting for the debut of Beardless Sean, which is
also just as another shameless plug for Owen. He also does the Movie Elite, which is a movie.
Oh, movie, yeah.
As opposed to Action Elite is all action, and Movie Elite is the rest of them.
All right, so we'll see if we can get Ryan here.
I like Ben Affleck Batman. Like, I don't get any problem with Ben Affleck Batman. Ben Affleck Batman was perfectly fine. I liked him. I liked his attitude as Batman. I liked his attitude as Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Ben Affleck was a terrific Batman. It's a shame to me when they recast him. I was like, he had to share the screen in Batman versus Superman. He had to share the screen in Justice League. I was waiting for the Batman. And, let me go back to the Batman for a second, Matt Reeves' Batman. We had the Riddler and Penguin. Okay, Riddler was jokey. Penguin was a monster. Maybe not the actual ones. But I don't get any sense that these guys are going to be closer to it either. So
Right.
I would have liked to have seen them do a new villain, like Deathstroke. So I'm kind of disappointed that we're also not getting Deathstroke. And the guy who was supposed to be Deathstroke, who
is good too.
He's awesome, and he looked perfect in that scene from Justice League. So I'm like, why not just do him?
Oh yeah, and I hate Lex Luthor. That was the other thing. I can't.
J-Man is a Gal Gadot stan. Well, Gal Gadot is awesome.
I'm in there.
The couple from Fargo.
Fargo's great. All of the series and everything. Oh, please, thank you, thanks, Mel. Oh, I should put my banner up. I keep forgetting to do that. What they remade it? I know they did. Yeah. I just found that out. People under the stairs. Oh my God, Steven, that's a past guest. Yes, she's like, what the heck? We got to watch. I'm ashamed of myself for not showing it to you.
We should do a double bill with Last House on the Left. Wasn't that?
Yeah, I've got Last House on the Left as well. They remade that too, I think.
Yeah.
Part of Batman Origin Stories. Yes, I agree.
100%.
I agree with you. What? Stop it.
Yes, please stop it.
Yes,
we've had enough.
Yes, I agree, Caleb. Yes, speaking.
We've had enough. How did Riddler get his pants? We don't care.
Yeah, we had for Batfleck got messed up. That's a stunt double doing the motorcycle scene. Okay. The problem with these companies, they think average moviegoer is stupid. Yep.
Thank you. Yes, we're not stupid.
That.
Stop You know what? If you keep treating people like idiots, they will start acting like idiots. So stop doing it. Treat them like adults and give them what they. Anyhow,
that is the stint Batman, so they will digitally edit his face. I don't know. Robert Pattinson will get a new suit in the movie. Oh, okay, so maybe. Yeah, stunt. Yeah, stunt. Yeah, it's a stunt Batman. Oh, okay, that's a stunt guy, right?
Yeah. I don't want to see. We all know that went.
Yeah, they're talking to the first Batman movie. Matt Reeves wants to introduce the villain's origins. This is only going to be for the first movie, second, third. You'll probably.
Can I just interject here for a second? I know I've been interject, but can I just interject?
Yeah, interject.
So, get what you're saying, Arkham. How do we know there's going to be a second and third movie? Like, and here's another thing. People don't talk about this. We have loved ones who passed away during the frigging MCU, who passed away before the Snyder Cut came out, who passed away. There are people who will not get a chance to watch this stuff. And we got to wait 3 years to make it. And then what if a frigging, the ceiling falls on my head and I'm dead? I won't see, like, the established stars. Like, this is the thing. Like, why are we waiting? You have a perfect opportunity. We know who the rogues are. Unless I'm a new person, I know who the Riddler is. I don't need to see his origin. I don't think his origin story is so great that I need a movie about it. Why not just give it to me? Like, you're making a movie. Just put the characters in. Well, no, I want to do it like this narrative. You're not writing.
This is not Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, this isn't Martian Manhunter.
We know who Riddler is. Just put him in.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the Batman villains, their household names. Everybody knows Joker, Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman.
Yeah.
Easy. Everybody knows them. And because of the high caliber of celebrities they got for the Joel Schumacher movies, everybody knows Two-Face and Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. You don't need origins for any of these people. It's so easy. I like the realistic on Superman. That's what Zach's doing. Yep. Everybody, that is what he was going for. We should have got a Batfleck. Yep, I super agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree. Yes, I don't blame Zach. Yep, no, I don't blame Zach either. So let's make that clear. because he's under the thumb of the studio, which is how it goes with directors. But man, that's the game you got to play.
Yeah, but you said this before,
Hey,
and I
Jordan.
agree. Hey, Jordan, you said this, and I agree. When you get in a guy like Zack Snyder, who is an auteur, and there's two types of directors now in Hollywood. There's the studio guys, and there's the auteurs. Okay, the studio guys are the guys who work for Warner Brothers. They work for, they work for Marvel. Uh, actually, Sean and I had this pseudo argument about Edgar Wright, where he was supposed to do Ant-Man, and he left because there's creative differences. Well, the creative differences were Edgar Wright is an auteur. He does his own movies his own way. And if you work for Marvel, you have to do it the Kevin Feige way. That's it.
Yep.
You have to do it this way. And that's why Peyton Reed came in. Peyton Reed's more of a studio director. He'll make whatever you want. It's more of a job to him. That's not a slam on Peyton Reed. It is what it is. If you're going to hire no turbo, if you're going to hire Quentin Tarantino's going to come in and do Star Trek. You can't get pissed off if he wants to do Star Trek his way. And if you don't want Quentin Tarantino to do Star Trek his way, don't hire Quentin Tarantino to direct a movie.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I own every Tarantino movie. I like them all. I do not want Tarantino on Star Trek. I love Star Trek. So
and that's fair. Like, that's the thing. If Zack Snyder's coming in to do this movie, don't get all upset when he does it his way. Because that's what he's hired to do.
Yeah.
He's not going to sit there and waste his bullets on a studio movie when he knows he could do it his way and do it how he wants to do it. So.
Yep. No, I agree. Proper supremacy was going to happen. Yep.
Yeah.
That's Yeah. I think everyone. I don't think anyone who has any knowing. There's only. Remember, Good, Bad, and the Ugly. There's two kinds of people in the world. Those that are in the know, and if they're in the know, they don't blame Zach because they know what's going on. And those people who don't know, they probably don't care that much. So if you're in the know, you're in the know. You're in Washington State, Coast Canada doesn't get too hot at all. Well, I don't. Nobody's gotten my text yet because the AC has not been turned on.
So I'll be honest, West Coast, especially out where Bell is a lot more moderate. Like, it's rare for British Columbia, which is our side of the border, to get hot.
Right.
It does occasionally, but like they're more like they don't get like they're like the perfect-ish weather, where we have more of the East Coast up and down humidity.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna get Ryan to come in just a second. I'm just going to
for that part. Where would you expect Superman coming to terms before dying? I would probably think.
Read that out loud, Steve, because I'm on a different screen.
I mean, for that part where you would expect Superman coming to terms before dying, I would probably think that as, say, second nature, kind of. Clark did choose humanity over himself during Man of Steel. Okay. So I think he's making the point about Superman, like Superman did come to terms before dying, like it wasn't sad.
Yeah, so there may have been yeah, so there was a scene or something where they showed that or whatever.
Yeah, again, I have to see it again. I've only seen it once. I'm not like Sean and I watched it 40 times and then poo-pooed it. Like, right. These are one of these things where I watch a movie and then I let it sit and I go back and revisit it. And I'm going to do that with BBS. Did choose humanity over himself during MLS. I think the problem was Cosmos John is that, Tony Jaa. He met Tony Jaa. He had dinner with Tony Jaa.
He had dinner with Tony Jaa, yeah.
The problem with Man of Steel that I think we're saying is that Superman has this whole scene, and Sean will bring this up, where he was talking to the priest, and the priest was he was sort of saying, should I be a superhero? From what I remember, Sean has said to me multiple times. And it was sort of like questioning if humanity was even worth saving. And I think the question is that, yes, Superman did choose humanity at the end, but I think the problem or the question we were having is, why does he even question in the first place? Right? Like, Superman should have already developed that prior to Man of Steel.
That was my thoughts. Okay, so Ryan is here with us. What's going on, Ryan? How's it
You're
going,
right.
dude?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Every day in paradise.
Pretty good.
Let's get your YouTube. Oh, what am I getting here? That's. Do you want to type your YouTube channel link in the private chat, and I'll put it up as well for you.
Sure.
May as well, since you're on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through a couple of these here real quick. Even during the film where he questioned whether it's worth saving people, he still did it either way. Yeah. So I think my issues with that was that growing up, you become the man you're gonna be. And I feel that he would have already have been that person. Like, people keep saying he's an alien, but he's not. He was a baby when the Kents had him. He was brought up as a human and developed his powers as he grew, and he grew to be a good, strong, man who does the right thing. This all formed during his childhood. If you remember, I'm just bringing up the Christopher Reeve movie only because people remember it. When he's running around and he's not being picked on, but he's poked fun at a little bit by Brad, and they're all friends with Lana, and they're the popular kids. And he's like, and he has to clean up all the padding and the uniforms, and he does it with a super speed, and then he runs past and he makes it there, and they drive. They're like, Clark, you're here. How are you here? He's like, oh, I ran. And then they drive off, and he's like, and his dad's like, you're showing off again, son. He's like, yeah. He goes, guys like that Brad, they really, piss me off. He's like, is a bird showing off when it flies, And he's like, well, no. And he goes, is it showing off if you do the things that you're born to do? He's like, look, he goes, I know you came here and we didn't know what to do with you and all that. He goes, but you're here for a reason. And he goes, I don't know what the reason is. And he's like, I'm not sure. He goes, but it's not to score touchdowns, right? And then his father passes away like moments after that scene, and he learns that even though I have these powers, not everyone can be saved, and tragedy is going to happen. And I think it's a learning moment. And for the audience viewing it, that's a scene where you're like, okay, you would have felt the loss of a parent, or be like, wow, he's lost his parent or his father who taught him these great values, and that shapes who he is. And then he says, Mom, I have to go out on my own. I've got to be my own man and see where this world takes me. And he becomes a reporter. He doesn't become a firefighter or a police detective. He could be great in either of those jobs. He doesn't become an athlete. If he became a football player, he could make so much money that he could help people with money. He wouldn't need to worry about a job. He could be Superman almost all the time, saving people. But he becomes a reporter because he's searching for the truth. He wants to find the truth. And the thing is, as an audience person who's watching this, you're starting to realize, okay, this is the character that we're building in this movie. And there could be some doubts. He even says to his father, he goes, it felt so good saving people. He's like, well, why can't I just always be Superman? And he's like, well, because humanity will use you as a resource, which is what they do with everybody. They use you as a resource. That is the nature of humanity. We find our resource, we use it, and we exhaust it. He goes, you can't be Superman 26, he says 26, he goes like 24 hours a day doing everything, because humanity will get lazy. They'll just call upon you to do stuff. And the second reason is that the only way to hurt you is to hurt the ones you love. And I'm like, this is all explaining to an audience in the first 90 minutes. This is all in the first 90 minutes. So by the end of that 90 minutes, we now understand who Superman is, his thought process, why he chose to do this, where he's going, and then the plot with Lex Luthor begins. So you're covering a lot in 90 minutes to an audience who may or may not be super familiar with Superman. I'm not saying that that's the only way to tell the Superman story, but I'm telling you that's a great way to get an audience to understand where the character is at. I did not feel any of that during Man of Steel, even though I still like the action parts and the flying, and I thought the Kryptonian stuff was cool and Zod's cool. That's my kind of impression of Superman. And nitpicking stuff like, oh, he did this in the diner. I mean, I don't care about nitpicking everything to death. I'm just saying generally, I didn't come away being, wow, Superman is so great. I wish I could be as good as Superman. I just came out thinking that was a kick-ass, awesome action movie. And anyone, and that's why I fought with Sean, because Sean was taking a different angle. I'm like, look, Sean, it was an action movie. This is a Superman action movie for a modern audience who wants to see a lot of cool effects and explosions and spectacle. And if that's at the expense of a little bit of characterization, well, then that's at the expense of characterization. But end of the day, I'm going to pick the Christopher Reeve interpretation. All right, Ryan, go ahead. What's your thoughts on all this?
Well, that was a very good statement that you had. I actually really enjoyed listening.
Oh,
So that was good.
Oh, thank you so much. I am a
stuff.
nerd, and I stay up all night thinking about these statements. And no, I just made that. I'm just talking about why I love the movie. That's all.
No, that's great. Now I'm gonna start spewing about why I love Man of Steel.
Oh, I love it. We're gonna put your thing up. Hold on. Let's get your.
Yeah, I put it in the private chat.
All right, I got that. Let's put that up here for everybody. Put it up in the chat, and then we're gonna put you on full screen, and then I'm gonna go see if I can turn the. Oh, I'm actually. I want to hear what you have to say. So go for it. All right, go for it.
Oh man, spotlight on me, Jesus! I don't even have my camera on. I'm just an avatar speaking. I think the reason that I love Man of Steel so much is because it kind of was my first introduction to a very grounded take on the Superman character, which I like. To me, Superman, even as like young, even though I am young in general, it was very much like I don't know, it felt more like it took itself seriously. And the reason I was so detached from the Superman character was I always felt he was a little too perfect. He didn't have as much morally gray in him, which I guess that's just me. I like characters that have a little more growing pains that they need to go through to become better individuals themselves. And I think what Zach and David Goyer, and especially Nolan as well, what they explored really well with the Clark Kent character was finding his true purpose, which I think is extremely fascinating, especially from Joseph Campbell's archetype of the hero's journey. I think Man of Steel portrays that archetype almost pretty much to a T, because I know that Zach is such a huge advocate and somewhat fanboy of the Joseph Campbell archetype and his philosophies about heroes and myth and lore and about these larger than life characters. And for the first time in Man of Steel, I feel like I could truly relate to Superman, like as an individual. He's this person who, takes jobs left and right. He's still going through the growing pains, even as a 30-somewhat year old man. He's still trying to find himself, but he knows deep down inside that there's this kind of like this follow your bliss kind of feeling inside of him, which is why all the jobs that he takes, he gets closer and closer to that very Kryptonian ship where he finds, the consciousness of his father, Jor-El, and he learns about his true heritage. And in that moment, he realizes the journey that he was going on, where it was paying off, was to this moment where he finds the Superman suit and his biological father is telling him, what the symbol of the House of El means. It means hope. And that's what Clark was always. It was almost what's a good word I could use? It was almost like a distance psychologically put into his memory of what the remnants of Krypton was and what the House of El stood for. And even though being raised by human parents, they still instilled those ideals in him, to be a good person and be generous to people, but they were also extremely realistic about it as well when they said, the world is going to change when you reveal yourself, and mankind isn't going to take it lightly. And as great as the Christopher Reeves films are, which I still enjoy them, and I think Christopher Reeves is fantastic as Superman, I truly feel that Zach and Henry and what Goyer started out with Man of Steel was something really, I don't know, it was just something that really spoke to me as someone. Maybe it was during the time when I watched it, I was in a different place in my life and it really spoke to me, but I think it's an incredible tale that they told about Superman. So that's what I say.
Okay, so I and it's great that Superman is speaking to people. This is why I don't, and you may have heard me say this before. This is why I don't actually really fight with people in the traditional sense of, oh, I'm going to say this is crap or whatever, because I want the fandom to survive. And I want, so if we met in real life, let's say we're just, we're hanging out somewhere and you see me talking, or you see my tattoos, you're like, oh, cool, you like Superman? Yeah. And we start talking and you said, I love Man of Steel. I would never I would say, yeah, I liked it a lot. It's not my preferred version, but I do think it's pretty cool. That's the way I would have said it. And I would never say, oh, you're an idiot or something, because I don't think anyone who likes these things is.
No.
I appreciate people who like it. And what I like is that if someone says, look, I watched Man of Steel for whatever reason, it got to me. That's great. And then if that made you a Superman fan, that's doubly great.
Mhm.
And the thing is that there's people out there that there's that one moment. And this is why I don't, even when people like things where I really don't like I won't fight on Man of Steel, but let's pick something that's real. What's like something that we can all agree is kind of awful. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is a true thing too. Perfect. My god sister, my god brother appears on chat sometimes here, but my god sister, she loved Batman and Robin. Like, I'm talking loved it. She was like, she said Mr. Freeze was her favorite character of any. She's like, oh, she's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Wow, he was the best. Now, what do you say to that? Do you say, no, you're an idiot? Like, that's a dumb movie? No, because the point of that, and then now she's grown up now. She's married with kids. She's a teacher. So in her mind, she still has a lot of love for Batman and Robin because she watched it constantly on all the time on her DVD that she bought. She watched it more than any of the other ones. Steven loves Superman 3. He watched it as a kid so many times. Him and his father I saw it in the theater too. Like, him and his father share this love for Superman 3. And then if you turn to him and say, well, Steve, that's a dumb movie, it's like, well, that's not for you to decide for me, right? Like, Superman can reach people in different ways. And I like everything. So even when I don't like it, if it furthers the fandom, I'm for it. And Man of Steel did further the fandom because people who weren't necessarily Superman people like yourself kind of jumped on, and this was a jumping on point. I usually take issue with people who jump on and say, oh, everything that came before this is a pile of shit, and Man of Steel is the only Superman movie that's any good.
That's what I definitely don't do. I think I had that mentality a few years ago, but since I've gotten older and obviously smarter, I start to realize, everybody loves what they love, and I can't shit on people for what they love, because I know if people shit on what I love, then I would be like, oh, well, what the hell? Like, I didn't do anything to you. But even a few years ago, I was in that mentality, and now I'm like, man, what an idiot I was.
So and what I love now, you popped on last night with the truth stream, just towards the end when I was popping off. I love asking questions, and I find that it really gets people talking pretty good, because we're talking about the G.I. Joe thing, and I wish we had a little bit more time, but I really had to go because I had to wake up early for my shitty day today at work. But anyway, and my thing was because people were saying, well, the G.I. Joe, the Snake Eyes trailer was a very poorly received by fans, because Snake Eyes is supposed to be white. He's a gaijin. He's a white guy that infringes in the Japanese culture. Storm Shadow hates the fact that he's white. It's important to the story. Snake Eyes also doesn't speak. He has taken a vow of silence. He never really removes his helmet. These are the G.I. Joe things that we know from the comics or whatever. And this trailer does not look like Snake Eyes to me. It looks like a ninja movie, which is cool. I love ninja movies. Ask anybody. But it doesn't feel like Snake Eyes. And I posed the question saying, yeah, but this is the director's vision. Yeah, but this is not your Snake Eyes. This is the new Snake Eyes. Yeah, but who cares if it's exactly like the comic? It doesn't have to be like the comic, right? So I'm using the same arguments of, well, this isn't Christopher Reeve Superman. You have to get over it. No, this doesn't have to be like the comics. Get over it. This is Zack Snyder's vision. Get over it. So I'm posing those same three questions back to the people that don't like Snake Eyes or this trailer for Snake Eyes. And the response is, well, yeah, but that's because this is what I like as Snake Eyes. I'm like, now we reach the problem of, where do you draw the line at what I call the ship of Theseus, where at what point is this no longer Snake Eyes? At what point is this no longer Superman? At what point, if Man of Steel was the exact same movie, but Superman's cape was green, would that not be like, well, that's weird. Superman has a red cape and a red S, not a green S. Like, you'd be like, that's weird. Would you have still like,
unless if he's a Green Lantern?
Yeah, he's a Green Lantern. Let's say it was purple. You'd be like, that's weird. So at some point in time, for someone, that character ceases to be the character they know. And that point is different for everybody. For some people, Batman killing might be the breaking point. They're like, well, Batman kills this week, fuck it, I'm not watching it. Now, that's not a breaking point for me. Like in Batman 89, he killed people, he killed the Joker. I also didn't like that Joker killed his parents. Joker killing Batman's parents was almost a breaking point for me at that time, but I was in so awe of that movie and so impressed by the stylized version of Batman, the serious take that I knew, because people would make fun of me saying, "Oh, Batman's a cheesy TV show," which I love. But it's like I'm like, no, guys, that's not how Batman is in the comics right now. It's the stories are very good. There's a lot going on, and people didn't believe me until this '89 movie came out, and then I walked around saying, "See, you see, I told you," you know. And I didn't want to admit to myself that I didn't really like Joker killing his parents. That's dumb because I wanted it to be a crime of just happenstance. Like if Joker's the one doing it, then now he's become your nemesis through a plot line that didn't exist before. But some people didn't care. Like my mom, thought that was a great movie. Did your dad care about that, Steve? That Joker killed exactly, and your dad knows who Batman is. Now, did you care about that, Ryan, about Joker killing Batman's parents, or did that not really matter to you?
No, it didn't really matter to me. I think for me, I'm a big advocate for like artistic vision because I'm becoming a filmmaker myself as well, even though I'm in the like barely the constructing zones of like becoming like a filmmaker. But I think to a certain extent, artistic vision for already established characters can only really go so far because even Zach, my inspiration, the guy who really got me into films, he even has that same mentality. Because I remember there was an interview that he had with it was like a press junket for Man of Steel, and he talked about how you can only bend the character so far. And he said like there were even like Warner Brothers executives who were like, why does it have to be in Kansas? Why can't we be in Illinois or North Dakota? And he's like, when we start to bend the very fundamental things of a certain character, then that character disappears. And I think I even take that for myself as well. I believe that very strongly, but I still have a great appreciation for all artists' takes on certain things. So like with Tim Burton, with Joker killing Batman's parents, I think that's interesting. I think it adds a little more like hard edge of like, okay, so this is the definitive villain that Bruce has in his life. And even in 89, he's like, I'm going to kill you. And it's like, whoa, what the hell? Like Batman doesn't do that. But then it's like, well, this is this interpretation of Burton's, what he views Batman should be, because Burton wasn't a big comic book guy. It was pretty obvious. He mainly liked Batman because of his aesthetic look and what he, not necessarily the why of the character, but it was more like what he personified from himself and superimposed onto the Batman character itself. That's if that makes sense. If I'm trying to make sense of my madness, I'm trying to say.
No, Burton was all about the villains.
He did love the villains. He did.
That's why Batman doesn't exist until the villains appear. He just stays in darkness. Even in Batman Returns, he's literally sitting in darkness like this.
Yeah.
And then the second the bat signal comes on, he's like, okay, I'm good to go now. It's like, he could have been working on something.
I think it's funny because like, even though I really like Keaton's Batman, I think it's really funny that, Knox, the reporter's like, this Batman has only been around for several months. It's like, man, Keaton's like almost 40 years old. So you mean to tell me Batman started this old? Like it's usually he's in his early to mid 20s when he starts. And that's kind of like a hard edge where I'm like, no, it has to be like this. That's kind of like the fanboy in me where it's like, he has to start young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Alexander Knox, that was funny. He's like, that dude, it's like 6 sightings in just under a month. I heard the commissioner's even opened a file. True. I was like, sorry, these two slipped on a banana peel. I love that guy who got killed. Okay, let me go through some of the comments real quick. Yes, he did. So Owen has had dinner with Tony Jaa, the Tony Jaa, which is like
that's fire. I love Tony Jaa. He's great.
What's your favorite live action bat suit?
Ben Affleck. Do you agree,
of course.
Steve?
Bell already knows it's the BVS suit for me. I love it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at what you're saying and see if and try to notice the differences. But yeah, that's the one. Like the normal Batman suit from BVS is probably.
Oh, you mean like what I was saying about the JL suit?
Yeah, like it looks different or whatever.
Yeah, the funny thing is in the theatrical Justice League, it's funny because the suit it looks really bad because the color grading is really off. So Batman looks all blue, which is like, it looks really like ew. But in Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's actually colored the proper way and how it's supposed to be. Where instead of like in BVS, where it's a more like light gray, like that classic Dark Knight Returns kind of look, especially with the really heavy black.
Yep.
It's more like a charcoal kind of gray where it's a little bit darker, and the cowl is a bit different as well because in BVS, Zach really wanted to give him like that thick neck, that more thick like tracks and stuff like that to really enhance that Dark Knight Returns look. But in JL, it's a little bit different.
So
go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, Arkham, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's what Matt Reeves want, but we run now into a problem when we create so much content around a character and so much content that's done well is that the need for me to now get alternate things I don't like is diminishing, because I can sit there and say, well, I basically got Dark Knight Returns character with Ben Affleck. I got, the Joker I really like in Nicholson. I have Batman the Animated Series, which is the comics coming to life. So I don't really need your version of Batman. Not to say I'm not going to see it first day. Of course I am.
Of course.
And all that. But like you get to the law of diminishing returns in that the more you just keep emulating everyone else and just, doing the origin thing, the less likely my wallet is going to be happy with you and is going to keep supporting you like with that. And eventually you're going to get into the situation again where a lot less, disconcerting fans are just going to say, no, I'm going to stick to the comics. I'm going to stick, the Arkham series video games were awesome.
Yeah.
And just move to that and like not support your vision of Batman. And then we don't get Batman. This is how we don't end up with Batman. This is how Joel Schumacher worked. Now we might be going in the opposite direction.
We'll see how I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with this movie, to be honest, because I can't read the audience on this one. I don't know if people are going to be so pissed off that there's no Ben Affleck Batman that they might boycott this one, which I won't do. I've seen every superhero movie the opening night since Batman '89 for sure, but probably before that. So there's no chance in hell that we're not going to be there, and I'm going to have my J15 IMAX ticket. WB announces Wonder Woman. Well, of course, we need to have more Wonder Woman movies for sure. I don't care what style they are. Steven looks.
You're right. I do look a bit like Peyton Reed.
Who's Peyton Reed? Is that an athlete?
Peyton Reed is the man who directed Ant-Man, and he's also the man who directed Bring It On.
Oh, I like Bring It On. That was a fun movie. I can watch some fun movies. I don't know anyone's names. I told Peyton Reed. Let me see what it looks like.
I'm actually pretty stoked for the Batman. I actually am.
I'm going to be seeing it for sure, man. It's Batman. Oh, who's coming in here? Okay. Oh my God. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a break here for a second.
Is it the man of the hour?
It is Sean without the beard. We have 11 people. You 11 in the chat right now. Send the word out. Sean has Sean's laughing. Sean has no beard. Send the word out. We're ready. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Boom.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Let's soak it in.
That's quite the entrance, man. What the hell?
Yeah. Oh my God.
My goodness.
I gotta tell my wife to log in.
I thought I was going to meet Sean with his iconic beard. Now I'm like a little disappointed.
I know.
Sean, man.
I only had that beard for like a year and a half, man. This is the real me.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Oh my God.
Did it feel like you lost 10 pounds?
Yeah, I feel like I'm 20 years younger too.
It's crazy.
I'm like a 12-year-old.
All right, let's try to catch up a bit on the chat because we're like horrendously behind. Oh, we're not horrendously behind. We're like 20 minutes behind. That's not that bad. I don't know if we'll get a full trilogy of Batman. I don't know about that either. With the Batman.
Another full trilogy?
I don't know. Let's get to Cosmos. That's a good point, actually. I'm not sure at what point that was. I'm positive it was a good point that I made. No. I would love to see.
I believe it was the point Ryan made.
Oh, man.
Oh, the one, my Man of Steel, thesis.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that was Sean. Did you hear the Man of Steel thesis or no?
No.
Oh, damn it!
God,
Oh
what
man, you
is
missed
it?
it.
No, I wanted to know because
Ryan did a very well spoken, well worded,
well worded opinion.
reasoning to his love of Man of Steel. So
Okay, so hold on. Here's a question, Caleb. Was Jonathan Kent wrong in Man of Steel? Wrong in the sense of, like, I don't like that entire thing with the bus, and he's like, well, maybe you shouldn't have. I know he said it sort of as he doesn't really mean to say it, like he kind of was just saying it, but it just, I don't know, like it just felt weird to me. Like that entire beginning felt very weird to me, and when he stood by and watched. When he watched Jonathan Kent die, the point of Jonathan Kent dying, I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to be that guy yet again who brings up the Christopher Reeve movie. When he died in that one, it was something that literally Superman could not do anything. He's like, all my powers and I couldn't save him. It's a learning point to say people will die. They're fragile. Your powers can do a lot, but they can't do everything. You're going to have to learn to live with that. Him watching the dad get sucked up, I'm thinking, even though I liked Man of Steel, and Sean and I have argued about it for 100 years. We still argue about it. Even though I still agree with Sean. We teamed up for this one point, which is, why is he standing there like an idiot? It's like, go do something. And it's like, he's so fast, he could have easily done something. I just felt that was so weird. It didn't break the movie for me, but
I didn't hear the thesis. So the point of Man of Steel is supposed to be, I thought, that everyone on Krypton is predestined to be what they are. And Kal-El is not. He's the only one in like however millennia who's able to make his own choices and his own
he was
destiny.
naturally born. That was the thing.
Yeah, but he's
Everyone
not predestined to be an army man or whatever, like General Zod and stuff, right? So he gets to make his own choices. That's the whole point. But the thing is, but I feel like I don't know if Chris Terrio is an objectivist too, but like all this objectivist crap gets in the way, in that like he makes choices and then people jump down his throat for it. Like he saves the bus and then his father jumps down his throat for it. And then later on, his father's like, "Oh, don't save me in that storm." Why? So he could have made his own choice to save him, and thereby making his own choice, not his father's choice, right? That would have been a better point for that scene, for the whole point of the movie, right? But then I don't know. Like, you love Man of Steel, right? So I don't know what your take on that is, but
we got thick skin here, Sean. We can take it. We're talking about a movie here. Like we're good. Ryan's not going to commit suicide if you don't like.
No, but I'm saying,
I'll commit genocide.
I have principled reasons for not liking that movie. I don't think it holds up. I think there's a whole bunch of trailer shots I think a lot of the action is BS because it doesn't really dovetail from the actual emotion of the film. Like, what's the point of this movie if Superman is flying General Zod into the heart of Smallville, into danger? Then who is this character? Like, a lot of it just doesn't make any sense to me. So,
I don't know if it's easier or harder to take that from Sean not wearing the beard. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to it now, man.
I don't know if beardless Sean is more problematic than non-beardless, like bearded Sean. I don't know. We're gonna have to test drive this, man.
He's lost a tad bit of his edge.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I can't relate to Reeves movies that much. We didn't see him struggle, but we did see him struggle.
The end of the first movie.
The end of the first movie.
Listen, he runs the gamut of emotions. Everyone seems to think he's a stereotype of nicey Superman, but at the end, he's distraught. He's angry. He's an angry god at the end of that movie, and that's a movie that makes the point that, like, his father says, "Lead everyone." But don't interfere with humankind, like the development of humankind. And his human father says, "You're put on Earth for a reason." And at the end, both voices are talking to him, and he makes the choice of his father's version of Superman, which is do what you have to do to, save people. Do what most people can't do because you're Superman, right? And so he turns the world back, which I know people think is weird, but that's the point of that. There's a point to that movie, and there's a point to that scene, and he is angry at the end. He's not always nice Superman all the time, right? He's angry at Lex Luthor.
He's angry at Lex Luthor,
and he's kind of scary angry too. So
yeah, he's angry at Lex Luthor, and he's like, "Is that how a warped brain like yours gets its kicks, by plotting the death of innocent people?" He's like, "No," and then he's like, "No, by causing the death," right? And it's like, yeah, Superman is angry in that too. And at the end, yeah, the two voices, because throughout the entire movie, you have these two opposing fathers, and he chooses the human father, and it's like, I don't know, I don't see, except for turning around the world, which is problematic for whatever reasons, but in the story of what's happening, it makes sense, and to me, it is grounded. He's a good person. He's a good man who's grown up to be he was a good kid who grew up to be a good, strong man, a positive influence. I don't see that he's not relatable. He's super relatable to me. I'm like, he's super relatable. That I did not intend that.
Zing. No, I'm kidding.
Like, it's like he makes a choice every day to not exert himself. He could very easily crush these criminals and kill them, and without a second thought. The choice for him to not do it is a constant choice for humanity. In every action he performs, he chooses to be human. He could easily throw a guy into a wall and kill them. He could easily, kill, if he wants to kill Zod, he could probably stab Zod's neck too, right? He could do a lot of stuff, but he doesn't. He chooses the human way.
That's the point of this new Superman in the last episode of
he says that in Lois and Superman. I was going to say Superman and Lois. He actually says that. He goes, every day, every moment, I have to remind myself to not go that far. And it's a struggle. He is struggling. Like, people want to see Superman struggle. He's struggling in every action. I think a lot of people need it to be maybe spelled out more, but it is spelled out if you're paying attention to the movie that you're watching. He, like, when he meets Lex Luthor in his lair, why doesn't he just laser them all? Like, right? It's like he could just laser them all right there. But the thing is, Lex Luthor's like, well, I know where this bomb is. It's like, oh shit, okay, well, I can't do anything. So it's like, and even the choice, and when he gets the necklace, the kryptonite necklace, and Tessmacher saves him. Well, Superman saved himself in that scene, and he saved himself because he's a true person. The second check this out, guys, check this out. The second he's revealed to the world, and he talks to his father, everyone's like, well, who's this person? Who's this person? And he goes to Lois Lane and he says, I want to do an interview for the world because the world is probably out there questioning, who am I? And he reveals all of himself. He goes, I'm from another planet. My weakness is lead. Why would he say all of this? He's telling me, he's like, I can't see through lead. He exposes everything about himself to Lois Lane, who he trusts as a reporter. Lois Lane is a very high-ranking reporter that people trust. She's only out for the truth. She's a trustworthy person, and they believe her. And Superman says to the world, here's who I am. And then people might still not trust him for sure, because humanity is, they'd be like, well, I don't trust this guy. Well, he could be lying. That's it. But that scene still has a point too. I don't know. I'm not seeing these equivalents in the other one. That's my take on it. I have seen Superman. Sean's nodding. I've seen Superman a lot.
Oh no, I'm reading a comment.
He's reading the chat, man.
Okay,
I know.
Sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
But yeah, I'm doing what you're not doing. But
okay, oh my god! Oh my god! That's crazy. I gotta pull out one of these here for this one. Where's my?
Pull out one of your memes. Let's go. There you go.
Oh my god!
Oh goodness!
Oh my god!
You got the good ones, man.
I do have the good ones.
Pop quiz. Where's that head explosion from?
Oh,
we all know on yeah.
Okay, in the chat, what is that head explosion from? You're gonna.
Well, they have to know.
They're gonna get points, make them if they can.
I have no idea.
No, I know. Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah. I guess it's like how old or how Canadian you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Ambassador, thank you so much. Thanks, Ambassador, for coming by. Marcus, how's it going, dude? I agree. Ryan, Christopher Reeve was fantastic with Superman, but Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill just brought something to the character that made it more awesome. All right, that's cool.
Sorry.
I know. See, I know. Sean's gonna listen. This is you're in the danger room. Guys, it's
confusion.
All on the table.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's on the table. And just so you know, and I'll say this again, I always say this. We're coming in here to vent, to bitch at each other. This is what we do. Once the danger room ends, we all go back and we're all cool and everything's fine. Nobody ever got hurt by saying they didn't like
ambassadorial wing. He wins the internet, I guess.
Oh, if we just insult others. Yeah. I've never had any problems. We've never had any problems here. I don't think anyone has ever done. And you know what? They keep people. I'm going to say this now. People keep lying. And they're like, "Oh, these big toxic fans." That's a few people who are just goofballs. I've never, and I've gone on Truth Stream where I have 8 people. You know, Brady Bunch or whatever it is. I'm in the middle, and it's like I'm attacked from all ends because I'm like fighting against the. And I've never felt like that someone has been angry with me or threatening me, and I've never threatened anybody. We've never had any problems. So they keep saying this toxic shit. It's like, it's a lie. It's going on with a few people who are goofs, but I've never seen it.
But they also look for those people, right? And they highlight them. They highlight them. They, you know, if you get 1,000 people who are debating something, they wait for the one goof and then they throw that person's image up.
Right.
And it's like, oh, look, this guy said this. And it's like, yeah, but that 1 in 1,000. Like, that's not a, you know, think of the percentage. Like,
I've never seen it. Maybe Truth has seen it. He has, like, on his. I've never seen it in any of our channels. When I've seen almost every live stream that Truth is. I've never seen any bullshit on his thing. You can have some people say goofy comments just to be funny, but I've never had anything bad actually happen, like in terms of like someone being a total goof. Okay, I like the Joker. Was the killer in Batman '89? Oh, you like that? Oh, interesting. It was a good.
I'll give you my take on that.
Okay, go for it, Steve.
I don't like the Joker being it because I want Batman's origin to be based on someone insignificant. Because to me, that means like you got Batman based off not just a random occurrence, but someone who's disposable. Like Joe Chill is no one. And I think to me that speaks a lot louder for Batman. And saying we got this guy just based off this random guy doing this random thing. I think making him the Joker, and it wasn't a deal breaker to me in the least because Joker at that time or Jack Napier at the time was nobody. So you can sort of say, well, he just became the Joker when he got dropped into the vat of acid. Like he was nobody until then. But I think it's a little bit, for me, it resonates a bit more that it's just a random guy, a random hood with a random thing. Like, I'm not a big fan of trying to insert meaning after the fact, like throwing in these random things. Another example was making Sandman the quote-unquote killer of Uncle Ben in Spider-Man 3. You didn't really need to do that. Sandman's a hood. He's a bank robber. He's committing crime. Spider-Man's going to stop him. Done. I don't need the extra subtext for Spider-Man to hate Sandman. So that's my take.
I agree. I like the idea of the randomness of Gotham crime, that there was just a random thing that happened and it created the Batman. I think that's kind of neat. Sean, did you see my watch, by the way?
Yeah, I saw it a million times. Thanks.
Well, you can see it again.
I liked your Facebook thing.
I didn't see that. Sorry, man. I don't know what's going on Facebook. I just
Sean's like, man, this watch again. God damn it.
Well, I was gonna order one for the panel, and then now I'm not gonna order one for anybody.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. The parties. Remember Cartman when Cartman didn't get the action? He couldn't assemble the action force guy or whatever in South Park. He's like, the party's over, and he shut down the thing, and then like the whole party ended. You made me. Remember, you dropped me in that vat of chemicals. That wasn't easy to get over. Don't think that I didn't try.
Yeah.
It's like I made you. You made me. You killed my friend.
Yeah, that was a pretty good exchange between.
That was a great exchange. Yeah. I love it. You wouldn't hit a guy's glasses, would you? Okay, so we can't be this behind. Oh my god, we are.
If you're adapting something, you can always
change the character. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, that's what we were saying before.
Don't forget us, Brian.
I'm never gonna forget you guys. Never.
Invincible was incredible. Yes, Josh, Invincible was very, very good.
I read to the end of Compendium 1.
Wow, you've like way surpassed me. Yeah, the Batman. We're all gonna go see the Batman. I mean, come on. I mean, Anthony's shaking. I don't know. It's probably something I said. Anthony's become my nemesis just to be my nemesis. Like, he has no actual reason to be my nemesis. He just wants to. It's like there's no reason for it.
It's like Anakin. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
It's like, what the hell?
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Yeah. That is correct.
Josh,
that didn't rhyme like Anakin.
2 and 3 are already.
Anakin wasn't very good at delivering his lines.
So. No, yeah, I know people praise him, but.
It's mainly the
Anyway.
writing that was really bad. And
Yeah,
it was
but
really
I find he
wooden.
trips over his lines in those movies. But anyway,
Yeah,
whatever.
you turned her against me.
Oh,
Yeah, the
dear.
famous sand line and everything.
Yeah.
and-
Oh, yeah.
Beard.
Yeah, without the beard, Sean. Yep.
I know.
Peyton Reed.
It's,
Yeah, okay,
it's
so
all
yeah.
downhill from
Season
here.
finale.
We as guys go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Steve and I, we took a lot of film
100%
courses.
agree, Caleb.
Yeah, we took film courses. We made a movie. I've written a couple of books. Steve's written 3. How many books have you written, Steve? 3.
Nice.
Okay. I only have 2. Well, I've got to write one right now to catch up.
The timing.
It's not
I'm already
fair.
working on my next one, so
Oh
Get
my
on
God!
it.
Stop it! I can't
I
keep
know.
up with all that. It's too much. Yeah, so we're all about creative process and all that
Yeah.
too. So
what
is that? I'm not sure. If they're maybe
That's
talking about
probably-
Sean.
What is that face?
That's
Oh,
probably
that's
what
fine.
John.
Oh
my God,
I
I
got a
know.
well lit face, so
Future
does-
vibe. Yeah.
Here's looking good, Sean. Okay, yeah.
all
that
such
Sean
great
clone?
spellings, man. It is the
Yeah,
clone.
Sean is the SEA. It's seen. Oh,
It's the
Sean's
real
giving
way,
a
man. The
nice-
Gaelic way.
Oh my God! The
Squidward. Is
Jeez.
that guy in the red shirt?
Oh, not the red shirt. Not the red shirt. That is Sean.
She knows that.
She knows that.
Guys.
I love Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch is brilliant.
Sean doesn't like Sucker Punch, so we're gonna ignore him for a second.
Right, but here's the thing. I gotta
Oh my
watch it,
God.
but you can't buy the thing, man. Anyway,
Why?
we talked about that before.
You can't buy it.
It's not available. There's a UK Blu-ray, but
I have 2 copies.
Yeah,
but I'm
we'll
not
give you
giving one
one.
to you. I'm not giving you. You were mean.
There's a director's cut of
Which is
Sucker
great.
Punch, which needs to be released.
Yeah.
Sucker
It is.
Punch is, to me, Zack Snyder's best movie by far. Everyone's like, "Oh, you sexualize those women." Like, those girls.
Wait. We're being serious? We're actually being
I
serious?
love
Yep.
Sucker Punch.
Sucker
Okay,
Punch
all right,
awesome.
thank God, because I like Sucker Punch as well.
No,
Thank goodness.
That's like my wife's favorite movie, maybe of all time. It's like
Yeah.
that, Fiddler on the Roof, Lawrence of Arabia, Seven Samurai. Like she holds it in regard with these. Sean,
That's awesome.
my,
That's fire.
yeah, dude. Like her favorite movies. It's like literally like Lawrence of Arabia, Seven Samurai, Sucker Punch is in the top 5, maybe the top
That's
1. I'll ask her
I love
after
it.
just to confirm.
That's
I gave her
fantastic.
my poster. She repossessed my 27 by 40 official double-sided one-sheet poster of Sucker Punch. But I have the Sucker Punch making of this. I have the making of book. I have the art book. I have the making of book for Watchmen. I have the art book for Watchmen. I have the making of 300. The 300 art book. Every Zack Snyder, his first movies, I bought everything to do with them. I got posters. I have every poster that was released for 300. I have every poster that was released. No, I'm a lie. I don't have every poster released for Watchmen. I'm sorry, but I have every Watchmen doll, bust, figure that was released for the comics and the movie Watchmen. I loved all of his movies, and I thought Sucker Punch was 10 out of 10.
Oh,
like, honest.
genius movie. Honestly, genius
Yeah,
movie.
I love Sucker Punch.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so Sucker
Yeah.
Punch. Sean
Who's that
hates-
handsome devil?
That is Sean, who hates Sucker Punch, by the way. Never seen Sucker Punch. The extended Blu-ray.
To be honest, I've gotten used to the Sucker Punch hate. Like for so long, people were like, "It sucks." I'm like, "Oh well, I like it."
Yeah, I didn't get it, so I'd have to watch it again. But the thing, it's hard to find. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But we saw it in the theater, and
We did.
I don't know. I liked all the demo reel stuff, all the fantasy scenes and stuff. I like that stuff. But
mean,
I just I don't know. I feel,
Just
and
say
this
it,
is
Sean.
only
I know-
me.
No, Sean,
I
just
feel
say it.
that Zack Snyder doesn't land his punches properly. I
Yep.
feel like his conclusions to stuff, they're not properly set up, and maybe it's just me, but no, but like the whole Martha thing is a wet thud, right? But like I
no,
always
no,
feel
no.
like I know.
No. This ain't happening, man. Don't try and pretend you don't like BVS. Don't
Oh,
try.
yeah,
and
no, don't-
I
pretend
love
that
it for
you
how
don't
bad
like
it
this.
is. Yeah,
So
no,
I
I've
love
seen it many times. That doesn't mean it's good. It just means that I like to watch it because I'm fascinated by how awful it is. But but it's unbelievable. There's a jar of piss in this movie. He goes to the Himalayas and he
Oh.
talks to his dead dad. It makes no sense. It's so stupid. But Yes. Anyway,
That's my reaction right there.
but yeah, no. So but I'd have to watch it again. The thing that fascinates me about it is that is it? I think it's its only original movie, right? It's not
Purely-
based on anything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sucker
it's
Punch
not a
is-
trace job.
other
It's
than,
not like
Army of the Dead.
reworking characters. It's his
Yeah,
own
Army
thing.
of the Dead
right?
Shadow.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch to me is Zack Snyder unleashed and shows the full potential of what he could do. I just thought it was a brilliant film.
It is and it isn't, because there is Zach's definitive like ending that he wanted to include, but it wasn't, sadly. There's the extended cut, which is better because it has a better, more, I guess you could say, definitive ending where it's like, okay, now I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Because I agree, like the theatrical version doesn't make a whole lot of sense, to be perfectly honest. It's more the extended cut that I love. I kind of grew more to love Sucker Punch because ever since I became like a huge fan of Zach's, when I got to Sucker Punch, I was like, okay, this one doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel like kind of like what I was used to from Zach. Of course, it had all the things that I loved about him, like the slow-mo, beautiful color grading, awesome visuals, great music, stuff like that. Wasn't really until like the extended cut, which I was like, okay, now I understand this.
Yeah,
So,
it's the extended version is definitely better. The ending is different for those who haven't seen. The extended version is different. It's a better ending for sure. But I fell in love with that movie like Rev. Like I bought the poster and it actually got little rips, and I went back and rebought it. You know, like Sucker Punch to me is like a genius movie. And like if I met Zack Snyder in person, I would just be like, Zack Snyder, Sucker Punch is the best. You know, that's what I would talk to him about.
I would have him sign that because I feel that that's because it's an original piece.
Yeah.
I always feel that it would show a little bit more respect to him by saying, look, I really love this original thing that you've come up with on your own. It's great that you adapted 300. It's great that you adapted Watchmen. And Sean says it's sort of the cut and paste where he really used a lot of the actual books and almost just brought that to life. Which is what what a lot of times we ask for. So I'm not going to fault the guy. I saw 300 3 times a day. I saw 300 with Steve. I was waiting for Steven was living in London, which is like what, an hour, 2 hours away or something.
2 hours away, man.
2 hours away, and I was waiting for you, and we had tickets to go see it Saturday because we didn't go Friday because I was waiting for you to come visit me from London, and I showed up early. I showed up like 2 or 3 hours early to the bus stop, and there was a movie theater across the street showing 300. I'm like, F it, I'm gonna go watch it right now. And I watched 300, and I came out and I was like, I saw 300, and you're like, okay, that's cool. And then Sean and a couple of people who I'm gonna not name. One person was so angry with me that I went to go see it without them. They were very upset, and I'm like, dude, I'm seeing it again, and they're like, no, they're so upset with me, but I love it so much I can't help it. I just can't.
Yeah, it's especially beautiful in 4K. I have the 4K of 300 that came out. Man, I was just like drooling at the mouth.
No, it's great.
That would be awesome.
There's no problem with it, but I don't know. Do you want to go, J-Man, or
on the killing of Zod? We really beat the crap out of this topic last night, and then after we beat the dead horse, and then we resurrected the dead horse. We put it in the Lazarus pit, and the horse came back, and then we beat it to death again.
That's why I stayed out of the conversation for so long, because I was like, I have my statement about this, but I don't feel like going through it again.
I know we some people like it, some people don't. I'm not against killing. I'm going to say it in 1 minute. I'm not against Superman killing someone. I'm not against that.
No.
However, like he's killed Zod, but the other Kryptonians are still around. So is he going to kill them all? It's like, or I don't remember what happened to them if they got sucked into that thing. It's like, well, why couldn't Zod get sucked into that too?
It was the Phantom Zone that they got sucked into.
Yeah, they got sucked in. So why couldn't Zod? Like my whole thing is like Zod's gone now. It's not so much that the act of killing happened. It's not so much that Batman kills Joker in the Jack Nicholson movie. It's so much that I'm like, oh, well, now Zod's not coming back, but I like Zod. I would want him to somehow maybe come back in a future movie. It's more of that I'm like, when Joker died in '89, I was like, oh no, Joker's not going to come back. I'm like, oh, that sucks.
That was my thoughts too.
Yeah, it wasn't. exactly. It wasn't like I'm thinking, well, Batman shouldn't kill. Like I didn't really think about it as a kid when I saw the '89 Batman. I just thought, oh shit, Joker. I'm like, well, maybe he's still alive because his card, his laugh. You could hear his laughter, and they had his deck of cards. Or I don't know if that was supposed to be a laugh box. I couldn't tell what that was at the end.
Yeah, it was like a laugh box.
Yeah.
See,
my problem, and look, I'll do my 1 minute thing.
1 minute.
My problem with it is, yeah, he kills it. Okay, fine. In the movie, though, I don't understand what they're trying to say, because like at the end, he kills him and then he yells to the heavens because he's so distraught that he just killed somebody. The problem is they want you as the audience people to be like, oh my God, Superman just killed someone. The problem is the audience doesn't really know who Superman is at this point. It's like he's endangered lives countless times in the movie, and now he's distraught about killing this one dude. I don't really understand that. So that was my issue. It's like you know that your definition of Superman would be distraught over doing this. I don't know whether that Superman would be.
Yeah.
I kind of don't. I mean, it's weird. It's
Yeah,
weird.
I do like
that was my overall issue with Man of Steel. I'm gonna go back after this and listen to Ryan's dissertation on Man of Steel. But like I
hope you at least
that was
like
my
it.
problem with Man of Steel is that at the end of this movie, I don't know who this character is, and it did a poor job of setting him up. And if you're trying to set him up as complicated, it just came across as incompetent to me.
Yep.
So-
Yeah, he didn't like that. Okay, Steve, really quick.
I didn't have a problem with it. To me, he killed Zod. Killing Zod was basically putting an end to his past as a Kryptonian, because this was all about Zod and the Kryptonian showing up and basically taking his new home and making it what his past home was. Killing Zod was killing his past.
Oh, that's a good point, buddy.
And that's why he was distraught about it, because he basically killed where he came from, but he's now set up a new home. So he made the choice
that's nice.
by killing Zod.
Okay.
And that's why, to me, I had no problem with that.
Now you're talking my language, Stephen.
I'm liking that. I like
Now it's good
Sean's.
stuff.
This is very good. Oh, Caleb, thank you for bringing this up. Okay, so
Yeah.
Ryan, what's your 1 minute or less?
On Zod being killed?
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it, to be honest. I think for me, what was really like, to go, I guess, to Sean's point about like, didn't know exactly what the character was supposed to be, like realized by the end of the film. I think that's still like in the storytelling of what Zach and Goyer were trying to tell, which is this is Clark Kent becoming Superman, but he's not like the Superman that we kind of wished or hoped he would become. And I think what's really fascinating is the fact that he takes that extra step to be like, I have to ensure the survival of the human race. And obviously General Zod is not going to stop. He says about 3 times in the fight, like, either you die or I do. Mankind will all be exterminated by me if you do not stop me. And at this point in the story, there's no Fortress of Solitude to hold him. There's no Kryptonite hasn't even been introduced in this world, or even like a cell that could hold him. And I'm sure that if it did, Superman would have done that. But they created that situation where either mankind dies and you let the old world of Krypton live on, or you kill the last of your kind and you let the new world that you embraced, that you grew up with, you let that thrive instead. And it was added even more to that punch when Zod was heat visioning towards the family. And he said, if you love these people so much, then you can mourn for them, because like, I'm not going to stop. And the thing about Zod is that he's predetermined for what he wants for his role, I guess you could say, in society for Krypton, which is, I protect and preserve the Kryptonian race only. You know, that's my Superman. Superman is still like Clark Kent. He's still very much like kind of like raw clay, where he's not fully formed yet as the person that he wishes to aspire to be. He still has a lot of these like growing pains that he has to go through. And I think him killing Zod is one of the steps that he goes to, where it's like, okay, this is the person I should not be. Like, I had to take this step to protect the people I care about, but it's still something that I don't fully agree with. That's more than a minute, but I tried.
Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. No.
So wait, my 30-second rebuttal is I think my overall problem with Man of Steel is I just don't get I don't like the conceit, and this is probably just my problem. I don't like the conceit of him being was it like not formed clay, as you say it,
Raw clay,
at the age of like 29 or 30. Like the guy's an
33.
old man. Like like Henry Cavill was 29 when they shot this. I just feel like he's old enough to have made all these choices a while ago. It just
agree with you.
rings weird and hollow. Like I know Truth made a point in the comments way down where he says that like he says Krypton has choice and he makes his choice. He makes his choice as an old hairy man. I don't, like he goes to a priest at one point in the movie and he's like, well, I don't know if humanity, like deserves it. You grew up around humanity, you ingrate. Like you are culturally a human.
I wouldn't say necessarily.
And I don't
an
understand
ingrate.
why you're making a choice at this point. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah,
To be fair,
think-
Sean, I've lived on Earth over 40 years, and I don't know if human beings deserve Superman.
No,
So
exactly.
there you go.
And I think that's what makes Superman a really, like, especially in Man of Steel, such a fascinating character to me, is because he still goes through those trials and tribulations, even as a 33-year-old man in that film. And I think we can all relate to that. Like, we don't always have the answers for what is right or what is wrong. We follow what we believe is right, but it may not be right for someone else. So that's actually one of my favorite scenes in Man of Steel, when he talks to the priest. I think that's a really powerful scene to me, because he is kind of like that classic Superman where he's like, I'm selfless enough to surrender myself to mankind to ensure their own safety. And he asks for that kind of clarification from the priest where he's like, should I take that? Kind of like, and then the priest is like, well, what does your gut tell you? And he says, Zod cannot be trusted, but I'm not sure the people of Earth can be either. And he learned a lot of that from his father, because even though we can all say that Jonathan Kent is a little bit morally gray, I think a lot of parenting in other people's eyes can be morally gray at the same time, where he says, should I have let them die? Maybe. Like, I'm sure he wants his son to be protected first, because he knows his son isn't going to die from a crash bus, but he knows that people are going to find out, and the government can come, they can try to experiment on him. It can literally make his life a living hell. And for Jonathan, he wants to protect his son at all cost. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. I really love the Jonathan Kent character in Man of Steel.
Okay, one more 20-second thing.
Okay,
like the thing is, my problem too is that they're trying to set up Superman for a franchise, and then in BVS, all of a sudden I said this before, so you can comment on this. In BVS, all of a sudden he's, at least in the Ultimate Cut, he's concerned about Batman threatening people in tenements and stuff, and he goes over to give Batman a talking to. Why'd he care? After all this stuff, like, he's suddenly made this choice that he protects humanity. That doesn't seem to be grounded in anything. It's just like he had to make a choice at the age of 33. All that time he was ambiguous about it. No, so why does he suddenly care in BVS about Batman threatening people in this like city adjacent to his? Like, it doesn't set up the character to me. But like, you can comment.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me. I think the thing is that
why is he now morally like, oh, you gotta do something about Batman? Who cares?
I feel I'm a little bit more with Sean than Steve or Ryan on this point, in the sense that, like, I know who Superman is because I just know that.
Yeah.
But I'm not, if I'm sitting down and really trying to analyze this, the movie is not really telling me how it is. Like, I don't care about snapping necks or whatever. It's like, but like, who is Superman? Like, as I said it,
what's he stand for?
Right. Like, when I did my
what's his philosophy? Yeah.
Yeah. When I did my spiel on the Christopher Reeve movie, I'm talking about from an audience who's watching this, like, oh, I understand who Superman is, and that expands that character to a more audience. I'm okay with Man of Steel in the sense that I know Superman is, yeah, he's a good guy. That's cool. Let's watch some fights. So it doesn't matter to me in that sense, which is why I'm not as tense over it. But it's like, I'm not gung ho for it. I'm not like, when I think in my life, if something's going to happen, I literally have a Superman tattoo here on my wrist, and I carry with me the Christopher Reeve Foundation keychain, and there's a dog tag. I have a recurring automatic withdrawal from my bank account to Christopher Reeve Foundation. So I love Christopher Reeve. So and you can get these dog tags. They're really cool. So I carry, it's on my belt. It's on my belt all the time. It's been on my belt forever. I have a little thing on my belt. And anytime I get angry, I actually, as dumb as this sounds, I look to that, or I look at my Superman. I think, okay, hold on. I got to relax in this situation. What would Superman do here? I gotta relax. And I'm not getting that from the Henry Cavill thing. I understand they're trying to make it more complex, but I don't think they're making it more complex. I think it's slightly lazy, and I think it's relying on our knowledge of who Superman is.
Right.
Whereas if there was someone who literally knew nothing about Superman, and they just walked in and they literally do not know anything about Superman, they would be utterly confused. The only reason we're accepting a more vague explanation of Superman and how he became it is because we already know Superman. But to a person who knows nothing, that movie would play very differently. They'd just be like, wow, this is a very violent movie and it's not very nice. I guess Superman is not a nice thing.
I didn't find it that violent, to be honest.
I mean, but no, but I'm
think
just
it
saying,
was.
like, you know, I'm not upset over violence. I mean, I watch Saw movies, right? So like, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just talking from a general person's point of view. Like, if they don't know, like, we know Superman, and Zack Snyder knows we know Superman. So there's a little bit of well, the audience will kind of understand that it's Superman. It's like, I get you, but you're not exactly showing. And this is Sean's problem with Sucker Punch as well, and it's a little bit of a weird problem too with Sucker Punch. But the girls like. It's all at the end. It's not really about Baby Doll. It's about
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
Yes.
And I'm like, but there was literally no evidence of that at all, except for a statement at the very end where it's like, oh, maybe it was all about you. It's like, okay, I guess if you're telling me that, but like at no point in time were there any clues. It's not like there'd be flashbacks. Like normally in a movie like that, at this point, there'd be flashbacks of all these things that happened in the movie that were secretly telling you, the audience, subconsciously, that this was really Sweet Pea's story and not Baby Doll's story. But we didn't have any of that. Just at the end, she's like, oh, you escape. It's all about you. It's like, well, was it really about you? Because it was all your story. It's why you're imprisoned. It's your imagination. It's your dance. That's my thing. And Zack Snyder's pulled it. He did pull this in Sucker Punch. I still love Sucker Punch anyways, just because it's visually cool too. But okay. Whew. Caleb, thank you so much.
How many comments are we behind?
God,
this definitely went longer than I thought.
Yeah,
that was more than 1 minute.
Yeah, that's definitely more than 1 minute.
I think altogether it was about 18 minutes, everything together.
Has to be.
But no, I actually really, really enjoy Ryan and Steven's point, because and Steve, I don't think you ever mentioned this to me, because this is a great point about him saying, well, he's killing the past and he's now going to be he's got no chance to have Krypton back, and he's giving that up. I actually like that a lot.
He's embracing a new future.
He's embracing a new future. So that I'm going to use that. I also like discussing, arguing, whatever. So I can also have things, because I like to play devil's advocate with people. If someone hates when people say they hate Man of Steel, I want to know why. It's almost like you have to hate. If you don't like Man of Steel, you need to not like it for the right reason.
Here's the thing. I want to desperately love Man of Steel, because I love all Superman things. Like, I have a whole shelf of Superman here. Yeah, and I just finished watching the George Reeves series, actually.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I rewatched it. It was like the third time I watched it. But the thing is, I want to desperately. So if there's a point of view that I can grab and then watch it and then love it from that point of view, I'm totally with it, because I want to desperately love that film. It's it looks cool. It's just I don't understand the philosophies of it. I don't like it.
But they did make a good. But Ryan and Stephen and Ryan had both made some good.
I wasn't here for that, so I'd have to watch that.
No. I mean, earlier, even in this conversation. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's just the two fathers passed away. See with Jonathan Jor-El voiceover. I don't remember the exact.
Oh, that's of course Bellwood.
Yeah.
I said to me.
To me, okay, to me that's fine.
Yeah. I don't know what you said.
Can't relate to Reeves Superman. LGBT didn't hit the spot. I mean that's it. I guess that it is.
Justice is coming.
Yes,
I'll watch the movie, but
I don't like Injustice. Just right off. Just tell you right now.
I know it's evil Superman. It's like you're not.
I don't like evil Superman. I don't think he would turn evil. Period. I don't care what comic book or story. That's just me. I don't think he would turn evil. Period. It just doesn't make sense to me. If he wouldn't turn evil from all the crap that's happened to him all this time, why would he turn evil now? Even when Lois died in Superman 1, he didn't turn evil. He just tried to do something to save her.
Well, they gotta get to the game, right? So,
yeah, the game is the game. Well, the game is the game, because that's just a game.
No, but the comics led up to the game. That was the whole.
What about the anti-life equation, as Darkseid would have used in Jail 2, I believe? Yeah.
Yeah, what I don't like. So you're talking about like the Nightmare timeline?
No, in Justice League 2, when Darkseid murders Lois and his unborn child, he's susceptible to the anti-life equation,
Oh,
and he's more brainwashed evil. It would be. It's not like he chose to be evil.
It's a convenient way to make him brainwashed. But the way it was described, so you're talking about those placards that they had at the AT&T building for the the World's of Zack Snyder exhibit or something, right?
Yeah, which I got to go to, which was awesome.
Oh, cool! Yeah, okay,
that's really cool.
I was like a kid in a candy shop when I went there.
So those art boards are that was Jim Lee art?
Yes, Jim Lee.
It was just him with a freaking like marker or something.
Yeah, him and Zach were doing it.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
All right, so scanners, yes, Ambassador, you're right. It's scanners, baby. Yes, I love scanners. Okay, J-Man and Ryan, what do you think of the John Krasinski? He made Quiet Place, right?
Yeah, good film.
I loved Quiet Place. I thought was great.
I didn't know that.
Oh my god, even I knew that.
I just made the connection. Oh, geez.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Well, why do you think he put his wife in it and himself? You know what's great about Quiet Place? I gotta say this real quick, and then we're gonna continue on. Quiet Place. Strong female character, no one talks about. They keep saying we need strong female character. Well, they had one in Quiet Place. She delivered birth in silence, but also when she stepped on that nail, she did not scream out. And that entire movie sets up the fact that if you make any noise, you're dead. And when that nail was there, you're like, someone's gonna step on that. Foreshadowing. Someone's gonna step on that nail and scream, and then that'll be all hell will break loose. She steps on it, doesn't scream. Genius. First 15 minutes of that movie, the world is established. It's a cruel, it's a scary, dangerous world. Even a little kid can get killed in this movie. I thought it was great. Unlike that Bird Box piece of garbage movie, which came out around the same time.
I didn't even watch that.
I hated Bird Box so much.
I hated it. It was so bad.
God.
Quiet Place
I was getting more mad throughout the film as it kept
going.
Me
too. I was getting angry as we were watching. I'm like, why they flash back and you're like, yeah, but now I know who's gonna survive. It's so stupid. It's like flashbacks don't work in horror movies. It's like you're supposed to move forward so there's suspense. You don't flashback. Imagine Friday 13th. It starts out with Jason and the final girl, and then it just cuts, and then it's like, okay, well, I know there's going to be one girl who's going to survive at the end, but we don't really want to know who, and we kind of know who, and we know it's the fun in seeing them get killed, but we really shouldn't know exactly who's gonna be alive.
It's just everything in Bird Box that happened to progress the plot was just like a moment, just like like everything about it. Man.
I'm leaving this comment up for a while. No. The Snyder fans, no, they're not. I don't think toxic fandom. That term pisses me right off. Because what do you mean fandom? That's making it sound like every fan. There's people who are crazy, but there's people who are crazy who love soccer, right? There's people who are crazy hockey fans, especially in Canada. We're Canadian here. Man, I don't watch hockey, and even just me saying that, I'm like, people are talking hockey at the comic shop, for Christ's sake. What do you think about the Leafs? I'm like, I'm at a comic shop. I don't watch any. The only sport I watch is sumo wrestling. I'm being legit serious. That's the only sport I watch. It's like, and I watch some UFC sometimes. It's like, I don't, so there's crazy fans in everything. So saying toxic fans, that's bullshit. Waiting, Anthony, I don't know what you're waiting for, but
especially probably for you to put a link in the chat.
Oh shit, I'll put a link. Yeah.
I think for me, since I'm like more in like the Snyder, it's my community pretty much. Like I'm in it. I don't see a lot of toxicity really at all. Maybe like one or two assholes in the fandom, but it's nothing like what people are like. I guess you would say haters are like proclaiming it would be. Like I just don't see it whatsoever.
I'm not seeing it either. I just see a lot of people who are excited to have stuff back. And I mean, why would you? If someone is out there saying, "Please, restore the Snyderverse or do this," like why? That's not a toxic thing. Like they're not saying murder. Like I want you to murder. I don't know, someone else.
No, but one or two do that, and then everyone thinks it's everybody, right?
Right.
So,
and then they collectively group the whole fandom together. When that's not the case.
In some cases, I don't really like the term fandom either, because in some cases it's just audiences, right? It's just like, if you make a comment somewhere, you're probably not a fan. You're probably just like, I saw the Star Trek movie, and it's kind of not Star Trek to me.
That's true.
It's like when my mom saw the Star Trek movie, and she was like, "Why is Spock so mean? What the hell is that?" And I'm like, "Well, she's like an 81-year-old woman. She's not part of the fandom. She
exactly. I agree with that, Andrew and
not
Anthony,
not the
two
garbage
A's.
one from J.J. Abrams, right?
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. She's saying that.
Yeah,
she
that
liked
one. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the J.J. Abrams one? Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Hey, Dave, what's going on? Thanks for joining us.
Oh, can I just say something about that cartoon? Just by
What do you
looking at the
think?
picture, I think it's giving me Batman the Animated Series vibes.
No, it's not.
No.
To me, it
First, I'm
does.
playing. First of all,
Wow.
the only commentate, the only reason why that Batman thing is gonna be popular. One, you got Matt Reeves. He's a great director. Two, you got Bruce Timm, which is one of the greatest animator of all time.
Yeah, with him, you can't go wrong.
And not because of garbage JJ, he doesn't count. He doesn't. Nope. I could say also JJ Production.
Anthony is a J.J. Abrams stan.
My ass. It's not. It's gonna be great because of Matt Reeves and Bruce Timm. That's it.
Okay.
Just bring back Kevin.
I'm just
Conroy.
excited for the
That's it.
cartoon. Like, I'm excited what they're gonna do. Like, it will always be Batman the animated series for me, but like, I'm always
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this.
There's always gonna be new iterations of cartoons here and there, and I might like it.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if this new cartoon has Kevin Conroy back.
Well,
No.
Kevin Smith.
I don't think so. Like,
Well,
even though it has Bruce Timm, I don't think 3 will come back. Like,
no, I think. Well,
I don't
Bruce,
know about
no,
that either.
that's not true. Because Bruce Timm would bring back Kevin Conroy. Like, what was it in the Justice League Fatal
I'm
Five?
not saying it's not possible, but
And plus, Kevin
like,
Smith said
Matt Reeves might wasn't to like do someone else.
But
Right.
wasn't there
Matt-
rumors a while back that there was going to be a sequel series to Batman animated series?
Yes, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
Kevin
rumor,
Smith
though.
say that Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill is doing something together. So this might be
Oh,
might
to
be
see
the
those
project.
two reunited makes my day.
This might be the project that he was talking about.
Let's see
Yeah,
how it
but-
goes.
So you're saying Robert Pattinson is going to be the voice? No, I'm
Fuck
kidding.
you.
I don't think so.
At least
No, I'm just
Batman
saying
fans
it's
get a
a
good
different voice
Batman
actor.
cartoon. I don't know what this Superman thing is like.
Oh,
this
We could
Superman
talk for
one
another
looks
hour
bad.
about that, but yeah.
Superman.
okay.
Superman.
If you're
trashed
if
the
you're
bag.
still for the Batman thing is Batman looking like a badass and about to kick someone's ass, and you're still for the Superman thing is like everyone freaking out and no still of Superman himself. It's just Clark and Lois and
That was
and,
bad.
and
it's
yeah,
it's
it's
Lois-
like that
it's-
She-Ra cartoon. It reminds me of. It's
The
like
thing is with that,
there's adventure and action, but it's mostly
Yeah.
just them kibitzing and doing ironic jokes and stuff and freaking
So-
out about things and yeah.
I agree. But the thing is with this Superman cartoon for Cartoon Network, which is love canceling shit. They love canceling shit. They canceled the Green Lantern animated series, which was good back in 2011, no 12.
Yeah, I think
And then
the Batman
and it's
the
the- and the
Batman
Ba-
TV show is for HBO Max and the Superman is
Hey,
for
Raccoon?
Cartoon Network.
And Cartoon Network was a trash place. First of all, okay, you making that Superman show for kids,
When
right? Okay,
did you call my
But-
name?
I mean you're making it for
Yeah,
kids, right?
one at a
Well,
time. One at a
true.
time,
Hold on.
people.
Hold on. Let Anthony.
You're
say
making
his
it, but you're making it
trash
for
three more
kids,
times.
right? Now every generation is gonna think, "Oh, Superman is a pussy," because Cartoon Network is gonna make Superman as a pussy. So
Yeah.
every generation kid is gonna think, "Oh, that's Superman. That's Superman." When they see them, when they grew up, let's say at the age of 20 or 25, once they go, they'll be like, "Oh my God, look, Superman's weak as fuck. This is not my Superman. I love the Superman cartoon that the Cartoon Network has and stuff." Look at Teen Titan. Look at Teen Titan. The Go. They used to have Teen Titans, the original from 2004, I believe, or 5. That came out. People love that show. And people was kids back then, like 12, 13 or 12 years old. Now look at Teen Titan Go. People hate that piece of shit show.
Oh,
They
don't
changed
get me
everything.
started on that.
And stuff. So,
don't get me started.
to me, that new Superman show is for little kids, and every little kid, once they get older, they're gonna think Superman is a pussy. Let's be honest. Like, it just no.
I don't
That's
know
not
why.
Superman.
Like the Superman, like that's still it just Clark. He looks like the awkward kid getting a big hug from his crush. Like it just,
It's so
it
And his
literally,
glasses is broken.
and his glasses are all
glasses is
moved.
broken.
Like it just, no thanks.
I know something, guys.
Yeah,
If I ever have kids, the Superman stuff I would show though are the animated series from the 90s, the Christopher Reeve.
It should have
stuff.
got a second season. The 1990 the animated Superman series should have got a second season, but you know.
Sean,
Because-
Owen's gonna give you the steel book.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Thanks, Owen. Owen has given me
Thank
so many
you.
items. It's like
Another
I've
good
gotten so
thing
many
about
items.
that '90s Superman series is that Superman was confident, saving the day.
That's true.
Like
What's your profession?
what
Superman
Cartoon
was 3
Network is
seasons.
doing
That
is
cartoon.
like with Cartoon Network, they want to add in more fish and everything like that.
My
Like
problem is sorry.
that's the problem. Like Cartoon Network wants to make their cartoons more childish.
I'm not
and-
talking right now, so I don't know why I'm spotlighting.
I'm putting your thing because Sean, you're gonna have my problem. Go continue on, Arkham. Go for it.
And
going.
like with Batman, like that's going to HBO Max is gonna have. I think
don't know.
they don't take Superman that seriously. Like it's always Batman. Like they care more about Batman. That's just like that's the obvious truth because more people like Batman and Batman's more popular. Batman's everywhere. Like that's kind of the truth. Like Batman's everywhere.
My problem with the Superman series, especially if it's for kids,
Who dog is that?
it's not really representing Superman.
No.
Even in the copy they talk about coming of age and they talk about buddies and they talk about friendship and all that stuff. Not about Darkseid, Apocalypse, stuff
Right.
that Superman would do. They don't show Superman. Like I have no problem with cartoons like Teen Titans Go and stuff because like I grew up on terrible cartoons that I fondly adore. And they had the basic concept of those characters. It's like Super Friends isn't exactly the greatest Justice League cartoon ever made, but it's basic and crap. But like it's cool because it's Superman, Batman's all the characters, right?
Yep.
Teen Titans Go has the characters. They do goofy things, but you'll grow up, you'll read the comics, and the characters are still there. This, I don't know. They're buddies. They hang around. Is he flying to other planets? Is he helping out aliens? Is he fighting Mongol? Like, and when I think in my head of like a version of that, which is Darkseid, Silver Banshee, or something like that, I come up with crap. I don't know how they're going to represent the world of Superman. Show me the world of Superman and his action and his adventures and all of his rogues gallery and all the great science fiction wonders and fantasy and fun of that. Don't show me this. And the still you show doesn't even have Superman in it. It's just everyone as human beings just over exaggerating and overreacting to something. That's the Superman show.
I agree that. Yeah, I want to see Superman. I just want to say, hold on. Hey, Clobbering Times, thanks for coming on, buddy. We love having you on here. I was listening to Clobbering Times when I wasn't supposed to be until I had to go, and and now we're back. So thanks for dropping by.
But here's the thing: with this new Superman cartoon, a better picture would have been just a shot of him.
Yeah, like the one problem I think everyone has is like they could have just showed a Superman picture, like what Superman looks like. The picture's just not a very well represented. Like just show like if it's a Superman, I don't know what this is. Like to be honest.
Oof, clobbering time. You're lucky you're not on the stream. No,
He's been doing
Jesus, man. That's a lot of hate.
He owned a comic shop for a long time. He's been doing podcasts since the dawn of the podcast, pretty much. And he's like and he knows the names and numbers, like how I don't know names and numbers of comic book issues. He does know the names and numbers. Yeah, and the thing is, it's like you're gonna get. That's what we were talking about all day. It's like the opposing forces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's great.
I wouldn't say that Zack Snyder's garbage by the last sentence he said, but
he's not garbage. It's
okay.
Oh yeah, he didn't. No, his garbage take on the DC heroes. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is like,
boo,
1001% disagree, but you know what?
So you could say the same thing with the MCU.
Yeah, I mean,
do not get me started.
Sure, you can. All its billions of dollars, but yeah.
See, the thing is that let hold on a second. Hold on. Let's put Andrew in the hot seat. Can we put Andrew in the hot seat? Can I put you in the hot seat, Andrew?
Why?
Okay. Do you like Tom Holland's Spider-Man?
No, I'm a Toby Spider-Man fan.
Okay, so but Andrew, but Toby is old. Get over it. It's over. Toby's
older
done.
in the comics.
It's like no. But I mean, Toby was from before. It's like this is a new Spider-Man for a new generation. It doesn't have to be like the comics.
He's not his own hero.
It's the version. It's the version of the director wants this version.
No one
Hold on, you're not letting me. Hold on, you're not letting me. Hold on. It's like, hold on. Spider-Man did have.
He's 20 years ago.
Yeah. Tobey Maguire's 20 years ago. Get over it.
Oh,
Right?
what?
You should accept the new Tom. You should accept Tom Holland because
Never.
that's what Spider-Man people like, right? This is the new one, and they make billions. They make at least millions of dollars. So people tend to like them. It's like it's not exactly Tobey. It's different. It's different. This is this director's
Put some
version of
dirt in your
Spider-Man.
eye.
So see, the thing is, it's like you're so for Toby, and you don't like when people say that they like Tom Holland. Well, I'm so for Christopher Reeve. It's the same thing.
Hey,
It's like why can't you why
He's my
can't you
Superman.
accept? I know, but I'm just saying, like you can accept Henry Cavill and he's different, but you can't accept Tom Holland who's different. I'm not saying I like Tom Holland.
If people hate Tom
I have one
Holland,
thing to say to that.
It's like your own
That's my
opinion.
problem.
Like what you like. Like I like Ben Affleck's Batman, but I need a Batman no kill.
Oh, ew, gross, Caleb.
That's a deal breaker for me. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
That's right. We're getting heated
with
now.
me. Whoa! With the no kill roll.
Caleb, gross.
Let me
finish. Caleb.
Okay, hold on. Let Arkham go ahead. I'll put you in buddy.
Batman represents if his no kill roll represents his morals, what's right and wrong. If Batman kills one person, he's no better than the villains he's trying to capture. He's no better than the villains. Like, what makes him more better than villains if he kills someone? He's basically a murderer.
And that's what Snyder's Batman was. So screw him.
Yeah, he's basically a murderer. And
so screw him then. He's fake. Phony.
Yeah,
he's a phony. He's one of those imposter Batman.
I like his Batman, but it's a deal breaker. Like, he's no better than the villains.
Go back to Bale. He's the real Batman. He's the true one. Blah, 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 blah.
It's just my opinion.
I got that Batman.
That's right. I'm saying with all the everyone else saying. He's fake.
That's
Batman and Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
That was Batman.
I just got
awesome.
Yeah,
I got that too.
Like he's no better than the villains he's trying to capture if he kills. Like the reason why he has no kill. Let me finish.
He's the real one.
The reason why Batman has the no kill rule is he doesn't become like them, because like if he goes down that dark path, he'll just become the villain. And
you just revealed your true self.
Yeah,
see, like everything is all or nothing with you, Andrew. It's like you can't. I can dislike certain aspects of a movie, of a character
through his words what he's actually saying.
It's like I don't like that Batman kills either. And then when someone says that, you're like, oh, does that mean that this is trash? It's garbage? It's like, okay, because that's exactly what I said. It's garbage.
I can see through his words what he's saying.
No, you can't see what.
Yes, I can. Everything you just said there.
Yeah, you can't see through.
Basically saying is that,
bro, you need Jesus in your life.
Yeah.
You need Jesus. Get some holy moment.
Wait, who needs Jesus?
I don't know. Andrew needs to.
Oh my!
Andrew, you need to go to church. Remember Karate Kid 2? The breathing.
Do a little flash watching, like in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Do the Burn Zemo dance move.
Saying, Affleck sucks.
That's exactly what he said. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not really saying
and that's what everyone except Anthony thinks.
I don't.
When I say this I didn't say he sucks.
You don't need to explain yourself, man. I know what you're saying.
I don't like a certain aspect. Like, that's only my critique. I just don't like him killing. Other than that, he's a very good Batman.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck if Batman.
I need to hear.
I don't give a fuck if Batman kills, in my opinion. It is what it is.
Same here.
It is what it is. If you're telling your story, if a filmmaker is telling the story, it's their story. Like, just like Matt Reeves.
Doesn't mean you have to like it.
His own take of Batman and stuff, just like Robert Pattinson killed a guy in the trailer. Well, fuck him up on his face. First of all, his face is fucked up and
truth is here.
Yeah, but wait a second. I gotta say though, I don't like him beating the crap out of someone. So I agree that there's different versions of Batman. Andrew, wait a second. There are different versions of Batman. I will give you that. There's the Dark Knight Returns version. there's all different versions. There's Elseworld versions across the.
Yo, Truth, you need to come on, man.
What?
Yeah, Drew needs to talk some sense
wait a
into
minute.
Arkham.
Whoa! What I think
It's my
Arkham is
opinion. You
saying.
can't change my opinion.
What I think Arkham
That's
is
true.
saying, and what I agree with, is what is the aspect of this Batman character that speaks to you? And I think that's what everyone's been talking about, even what Ryan was talking about with the Man of Steel conversation earlier, is what is it about this character that speaks to you? I agree that I don't like Batman killing either. Now, if he kills, I'm going to sit there and say, okay, why
Like
is
he's
he
shooting him
killing?
in the head.
Why is he killing? Why is he doing this?
So what
And you
about
either accept
Flashpoint
the answer-
Batman?
But you either accept the answer or you don't. Arkham, I don't think accepted it, and to be honest with you, I'm still like on it. But I can see a scenario where he would. I just need to know why he. And
So-
that's
so-
like
It's not like he's shooting him in the head with a gun. He's not the Punisher.
I know,
But
but
yeah,
the point is that he doesn't kill. Like it's part of the character's
yeah, like
thing.
it's
Like I don't know what
it's
to
part
tell
of
you.
Batman. Like it's like you're taking a
saying
piece of
You think he's like
taking a
shooting
piece
people with
away
guns.
from
Bang,
the
bang, bang,
character.
Bang, 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 bang.
Like
I think the thing is that see, like Arkham. Look, it's. I'm going to say this. This is not to say someone's opinion is better or worse, but like, I mean, Arkham has a lot of Batman comic books, and he's been invested in this character a long, long time. Like, I am a monthly contributor, dollar-wise, to Batman. So if I'm saying I don't like something, you can try to go against it, but I'm not saying everything's trash. I'm not saying Zack Snyder's trash because his Batman kills. I'm saying I don't like the aspect that Batman is killing people. That's it. It's like Arkham doesn't like it either. Now that's fine. He killed in '89.
So
So
what
it
about
is what it is.
so what about Flashpoint Batman? He's a killer.
Yeah, that's
well,
Thomas
he's a
Wayne.
different
Well, it
version.
doesn't
of
matter.
Yeah.
If you say every
Yeah.
Batman
Yes, it
kills,
does.
what about him? It doesn't matter if
It
it's
doesn't
fucking
matter.
Bruce Wayne.
Well,
no,
I
they're
was
saying Bruce Wayne.
They're saying
Come
Bruce
on.
Wayne. Come, Anthony. I
It
told you,
doesn't
Anthony.
matter if it's
John
Bruce
Paul Valley
Wayne,
kills.
Bruce
It's like
Nuts,
Wait.
Bruce these
we know
nuts.
that's wrong.
It doesn't matter what his name is. It
don't
doesn't
wanna
matter if
get it
it's
now.
dad, his
You
stepbrother,
all
his
want it to be
grandpa,
like the
his
Super
mother.
Friends.
It doesn't matter who's killing.
Well, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like
I know, you're trying to make
So you
that
got-
into an
that's
like
insult.
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
that's
who's
what
the
we want.
killer. Bro, like it's like let's say Dick Grayson is a killer. Oh yeah, Dick killed Well, first of all, Damian Wayne killed Dick Grayson. He broke what I think that he broke what was that?
And
His
he
neck
did
or
that
something?
on his fucking own.
Like, come on.
Are you talking about
Like,
Injustice?
this point of Batman killing's getting fucking tired already, man. Like Jesus Christ.
Yes, is my opinion.
My God damn.
Like-
man.
Okay,
Whoa.
Red Hood. I did not read Red Hood and the. Oh no! Wait, I did read some of Red Hood and the Outlaws. Let's go through this. Cartoon
yeah,
Network,
it was
Super
very
Next
good.
Generation of War, War of the Return. Hello,
Camp
everyone. Hey,
Lazlo.
TJ, what's going on? Clobbering Times, thanks so much for coming on, buddy.
Thank
What's up,
God.
TJ?
That's a good point,
Laugh
Caleb.
my ass off.
Fucking garbage JJ.
But J-Man will get to it eventually.
Oh, what am I getting to? Okay, here's a
The last comment.
Wonder Woman, Trinity, Batman. Yeah, the Trinity is sick. All three of those characters are great. Andrew
I
is
mean,
sexually
if they
attracted to
show up
He
with
might
Batman,
be.
Batman. If they show up,
He watching
with,
Toby porn? Maybe. We're not sure.
Jesus, man.
Tom Welling is my Superman.
Hot
Oh
take,
no, not to me.
Well, if you grew up with it, you
Yeah,
grew
he
up
was
with
good.
it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, people like that show. It 10 seasons.
I am
Look,
Captain
people
Krypton.
hate
His son
Spider-Man
is
is
Anybody
Amazing
watch
Friends,
Superman
but we
Lois?
like it.
We watched it. Yeah, we
Because
all
we
watched
watched it when we were like
Superman Lois?
6, so...
Oh, I've been meaning to say like I'm surprised you
Just
guys
kidding.
you shaved your head or something.
Yo,
Well,
J-Man,
no,
you're gonna get the DVD.
I have
for
to renew
Superman
my
Lois?
driver's license.
Of
That's the real
course,
story.
What
Hey,
about
Geek
what about
Prime.
figures?
I'm gonna get it. Steven is our savior. He is. Steven is the savior. The notion of Batman having no killer is foolish. The real
Oh,
world
look at
problems is around
that!
here. I know,
That's
but Batman doesn't exist in the real world, and every time they try to
Yeah.
make it more realistic,
Real
it
Batman's real world.
takes away from the enjoyment of it.
Rich
Like-
people
And the thing
consider
is
it
okay,
so.
hold on. Okay, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna hold on. If Batman kills people, then why does Commissioner Gordon work with them?
Yeah.
Well, Commissioner Gordon is a killer too. He kills people too in his job.
So why isn't Commissioner Gordon
It
arrested?
doesn't matter.
Why isn't Commissioner
Why
Gordon
are all the
arrested?
cops working and they kill criminals?
Yeah,
Why is
Jim-
the cop
Jim's a
saying, "What's the
gunslinger."
department kill?"
Anthony,
True.
just listen to JJ, okay? He'll tell you what to do.
No,
Yeah.
JJ. Oh,
Anthony is
Yeah.
true feelings. He really loves JJ.
yeah,
Oh,
JJ.
that's. I think that was what they were trying to say, Caleb. That's a good
No,
point.
it was
Garbage,
Caleb.
man.
It was
Yeah.
Caleb.
That was a good point. That was a good point,
I
Caleb.
mean, I'm grateful that JJ
No,
never
he
did
didn't.
this.
That's right. He does. He doesn't, right?
No, he doesn't.
Very best 2011. I know Batman doesn't kill, but doesn't mean I'm not good. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Batman killed all the time in the '89
Like-
movie and the Batman Returns.
Yeah, even
I-
Kilmer. And
Okay,
what?
well,
I,
almost
I like
guys,
it, but I'm
almost
not super opposed.
Yeah.
I'm
His
not
body,
super
his
opposed-
body count was 580
That's
million
fair.
people. Batman 89 and Returns.
There's a guy on
Caleb's a-
YouTube
hey,
who
guys.
does body counts. Well,
He shoves a
body counts
bomb down
and stuff
someone's
like that.
pants or
And-
something.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I missed
Okay,
that.
so-
Sorry.
Can I ask you all this? You all hate with the Batman all killing, but you guys are all perfectly fine when the Avengers kill.
I can care
Oh my
less
God,
about
Andrew,
that.
like
What?
you're Andrew, are you like with us on this
Andrew,
point? It's like,
Andrew, you smoke?
Like-
Did you did a blunt before this?
yeah, I think he did.
Are
Usually
you
I'm listening
high?
to destruction.
Right,
God's
But,
doing
Andrew, you
nothing
have
else.
to- Andrew,
Do
you
you
have to
remember-
accept
And you
everyone.
all
Have
complain
you
about
been a
Man of
drug
Steel's
lady?
destruction. Look at Avengers.
They do kill. It's weird that we always have this debate about Batman. And I think it's just a popular debate. You know,
Because
I
Batman's
don't know.
Bro,
Yeah,
every
superhero. Batman has said,
superhero
"I'm not
team
gonna kill."
kills. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
At the end
even
of
the
the day,
freaking
they
X-Men.
kills.
I know,
Look,
but
look at the
Wolverine didn't
boys.
say,
The
"I'm not gonna kill
superhero team
anybody."
kills. So it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, every superhero team kills. Okay, Andrew? Jesus Christ.
I don't know why. I find it so.
Everyone has their own opinion.
I don't know why. I find it so funny when people are like, "Well, Batman is needed for the corrupted system." I'm like, man, Batman's really a morally gray solution for the
And that's
morally
true.
corrupted
The police-
GCPD.
He's psychotic.
The police department is corrupted. Even in today's society, they are corrupted.
No, I know,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I find it like funny when they're like, "We need the White Knight solution," and we get a
Oh.
crazy
White Knight
dude
is
in a
Harvey
suit
Dent in
that
the
beats
Nolan
up
films.
people and
Yeah.
hospitalizes them. It's like, yeah, that's our
He
solution.
puts criminals in the hospital.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at Dark Knight Rises, a piece of shit movie. You know?
Here we go. Peace.
What did you say?
Dark Knight Rises hate.
Oh, guys. Okay, have we all relaxed?
Embrace the.
I'm relaxed. It's just
Trash.
Andrew doesn't like
Burn
it.
it.
My opinion.
I mean, just like JJ Star Wars, they belong. To
Anthony's looking at Arkham's address.
Bro, I
You will
mean,
never find me.
Listen, I'm a teacher, so I could look up Arkham address if I want to.
Okay, let's take a 5-second silence for a second.
Yeah,
Let's realign.
we in church. Relax, calm down,
Yeah.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We're okay now. Okay.
take
Yeah.
a deep breath.
All right, take a deep breath. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been
Go
silent
you,
for about
Andrew.
90% of
I
it.
know, Ryan. So
wow.
you know, pop quiz. Ryan is getting invited back for sure.
Oh, yay. There you go.
Everyone else, no. Arkham,
Invited.
Man, that's fucked up.
I'm just joking with you guys. I'm just messing with you. Okay. Andrew's Andrew's a good character.
Andrew is banned from the live stream forever. So
we
you know.
need no. I would not ban from that.
He's banned from the live stream.
I'm not gonna ban him. But we got. If you come in and if you wanna double see what's going on, dude. Let's talk. Okay. Does anybody watch?
I've
Yeah,
seen the
Superman
Flash
Lois.
and
Yeah.
Arrow.
Yeah.
Can you tell
Superman
about
and
Superman
Lois.
Lois how?
I liked it.
Superman almost
really
about to kill the
army
military
guy.
Like
Yeah.
he almost,
he's like,
he almost like he was
"Stand
about
down."
to kill him, but he's like, oh, calm down, calm down. He almost about to kill.
But
his
did you see
weapon-
the rage on Tyler's face? He looked pissed.
He was
It's
pissed.
good.
Played it good. He played it good, man.
And then he
I'm-
explains
I'm
it at the end. He
really
explains
liking
his
the show.
philosophy about it.
And
Yeah.
the way that
Right,
Lois
good
Lane was
explanation.
sitting at the table, and
But here's the
and
thing:
she
like
told
when I
him,
saw him, like
oh,
looking
I
pissed.
think it's a bad
truth's
time.
here, truth's here.
I
The
think
only thing is the
also
bullet
true.
holes go away.
the way that Lois
Right
Lane was
after
sitting
that.
at the
And
table.
the suit reformed. Did you notice that the suit went
No,
back?
but is that just because they just didn't think of that?
Mm.
Oh, do you want to know
They,
something?
they
Hey,
didn't
J-Man.
show it reforming.
They did.
Yeah.
No, they did.
What the Superman
Oh,
Lois
yeah?
suit?
Hold on, guys. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Hey, Truth. How's
Well,
it
I
going?
can bring
I'd
the
have
clip
to
up.
watch it.
Look,
again.
oh, you
Hold
got
on,
it.
hold on. Can anyone tell me, did his costume reform back?
Yes,
Yeah, I
Ross.
saw it.
Like, did you see it reform back after he removed the kryptonite?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
Yes, it did.
I saw it.
I don't remember that.
The clip
I
right
just
here.
thought they just
Andrew,
put a new suit on.
look up pictures on episode 6 of Superman Lois.
I have it right here.
I didn't even
know.
realize Truth was here.
Oh, but-
Hold on, here we go.
There's like 100 guys. It's like-
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yes,
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
He rips it off. He throws it the thing.
This scene was badass. I love this
This
scene.
is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So look,
Right there.
Oh, it does.
it
What
does.
the
I told you.
fuck?
I told you.
So
Okay,
what are they
that
saying
Superman
that suit
suit is
is?
really advanced.
What is it?
That's
Symbiote?
awesome.
What the fuck?
one
He's
shot.
got the
Like
Venom
it.
suit.
Look how pissed off
Oh,
he
he
looks
got the
right here.
Venom suit, yes, sir.
Oh, look at that shot. That shot was
That's
badass.
That's
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
What does he have?
Okay.
Please
Steppenwolf's
renew
armor?
this show. Oh my god.
Yo, does he have
He
Iron
goes
Man
up and says,
armor? Oh, he about to
"Yeah."
kill that guy. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, but then he
He
explains
just shit
why
himself
he
right
wants
now.
it. Oh, that guy's got
Yeah, he
poop.
definitely should. He's fired the next
Right
week.
back.
You know he's fired.
Oops. Sorry, Arkham, I removed
He's,
my-
lu-
Yeah,
he's lucky
definitely
that
fired.
wasn't a Nightmare Timeline Superman, or else his
Oh,
whole
yeah, that's
chest would
Nightmare
have just been.
So see, yeah, I thought so because I was watching. I was like, oh, it reformed,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. And I knew I saw that. I'm good. Good job on
What
that. bringing that
but
up.
that's the Kryptonian suit, right?
That's the crypto,
Yeah,
right?
so it makes
So-
sense.
So this gives you a good reason as to why he replaces the Max Fleischer suit for a more advanced Kryptonian suit. It makes sense in the story. I like that.
And
This
he's
has
gonna
been
wear
a
that
pretty
suit
good
again.
show.
He's gonna wear the suit, the Matt Lasher suit.
When you
Yeah.
want to talk about the costume,
In the
The
flashback,
flashbacks, yeah.
Enosh said about the costume saying he looks like he did this to puff it up.
It does look a little inflated, the suit.
Well,
It
yeah,
does.
but
Was-
the
who
thing
was
is,
that,
they're gonna
Truth?
update his suit. They're
Truth,
gonna
who was
update
that last night who said that? Was that Neil? Or
That was Enosh.
No,
Oh,
that was
Enoch?
Enoch from
Oh,
Point
no,
X
that was
Lounge.
Enosh.
Yeah.
You know what? That got me thinking, and I was like, damn, because it did. And then I started thinking it does look a little weird. I hated that he said that because now I'm thinking about it. I wish he had not said
Yeah.
that. 'cause
What,
It
that
looks
the
like
suit-
the
the suit
Shazam
is
suit.
padded?
That thing
looks
looks
a
like
little
a
bit-
whole bunch of
No,
full
I wouldn't
Like
compare
Shazam
it to
padding.
No, I wouldn't compare
It is a tad bit much. I'm not gonna lie. A little.
it's
much.
a little bit. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys are.
It looks
yeah,
too big on him.
a little bit. It's not. So, I don't think it's as Shazam bad, but it's approaching.
It's damn
approaching-
near
Yeah,
it.
but it doesn't have a lot of
Yeah.
padding. Like when I see it,
I feel like
it
the suit
doesn't
should be
have
more
a lot.
like the muscles, like what Henry had.
Henry's naturally a much bigger than
He's a
Tyler.
huge-
That's true.
So-
Yeah,
I mean, Tyler doesn't have the shoulders that Henry
Isn't Tyler
has.
like 6'3"?
No.
Tyler
Who?
With the
right?
suit,
No, Tyler's
I
like
don't mind
5'11".
it,
No, he's
but like
let me look up
one
his-
problem
I'm
that I
gonna-
have with the Shazam suit is like I don't think it needs to be padded. Why can't with movies in general? Why do they have to pad him? They just have
Bro,
a
just do
regular
CGI.
Shazam
He's
suit.
Yeah.
6'0".
I don't know why
Why
they
you
have
do
to do that
CGI
either.
muscles? Just
Like
It does look better than the original
in
suit, I'll
every
argue with that.
movie, like
I agree with you.
movies in general, they pad like actors for some reason. Just do a regular suit. You don't have to do padding. I think everyone would be fine with that.
The thing was with Tyler's first suit was that
Oh,
there was
yeah,
literally
that's
there was
true.
literally no padding, so he just looked very like small.
It was
It
trash.
just didn't look good. And plus,
Yeah.
Tyler wasn't really like getting into that big of shape, really. And
Brendan Roth was taller than him.
well,
And-
yeah,
and
but the
plus-
thing was with Ralph's
and
suit
they
was
made-
it didn't
they
make
made
him
a
look
fucking
good.
bitch in the show too. Like
Yeah.
Supergirl was in charge, and
Yeah, I
Superman was
remember that.
like,
He's like,
why am I
"Whoever's
here?
being me?"
Yeah, I think the Supergirl version was not very well done, and everyone knew it
Yeah,
right
nope.
away.
You mean the
Hell no.
garbage writers? They garbage.
Yeah.
He's like, "Whoever the name
And
Superman
Supergirl-
because he had you, Cara."
Did you guys see that it dropped below 1 million? It's in the 700,000. So the first
Seriously?
first
Wow.
episode of Superman and Lois. Now I'll tell you why. The first Superman Lois episode was 1.7 million. Then it was 1.2 million consistent all the rest of the episodes.
That
And
was
when
gonna
it,
break for like 2 months, right?
when it was on the break, they inserted Supergirl, which doesn't have great ratings in general, better than Batwoman, but not not up there. Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean either. I'm just telling the
No, Jay, man, it's Batwoman. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
Batwoman is
Garbage.
brutal, yeah.
That show.
But when Supergirl ended and Superman and Lois came back, they only had 700,000, and that's because I think people start to forget, or they're like, okay, we got to go back.
That's what I was
And it's
afraid of.
I was
with that.
afraid of that.
Yeah.
Why
too.
did they bother?
Yeah,
Well,
like
they got
what
a
is
bad taste
this?
of it from that
Garbage.
The
Supergirl
thing
show.
is that
That's
they
the
started,
thing.
Right.
they started
right,
shooting
Ryan.
Superman and Lois late. Like they started shooting the show late as fuck late. Like they started.
Well, Superman starts right after the Flash.
So that's the reason why it got.
No, but they
like-
faced some COVID problems. Did
Yeah.
did they not? I think
Yeah,
this
that's
was
true.
right.
They did. Yeah.
They
Private,
finished.
yeah.
I think they filmed the last I think like 3 more episodes left to film on Superman.
I agree with you.
And it was a
hate the
long
way they
break
gave
too.
connections
This was like
to
what, 2 months or
Yeah,
a month
2
or
months,
2 months
yeah.
break?
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
way too long for a new
And that,
show.
yeah, that's
Yep. You lose momentum because,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Very long.
yeah, everything you get, and then you replace it with Supergirl, which let's face it, really,
Yeah, I mean, who
not
cares
the
about her
best.
anymore?
Not the best.
This is my 2 cents on the CW. I only watched about the first 2 seasons of The Flash, and
Hey,
after
man.
that, it declined like literally.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like The Flash at all. Arrow was fine for like the first season, and then it completely fell off. And then
season
I
was
love
good
this
in
show.
Arrow.
I pretty much gave up on the CW as a whole because I didn't like where any of the characters or the shows were going. Period.
Yeah.
But Ryan, they had
Did
a really
you,
good Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke was
Yeah,
He was
fine.
cool. He
I
was
prefer
cool.
I actually prefer the Titans Deathstroke. Yeah, I think he's pretty good. Except
he's not better.
except for the finale, they like completely nerfed him in the finale.
To be honest, there's no like
Trevor
every
writes that
Deathstroke
one.
in live action.
Look,
Every Deathstroke in live action has been good, so there's no
Yeah.
debate on that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
they've all
I-
been good.
I do love Manny Bennett as Deathstroke. I just don't like his costume. I thought it was the hockey pads
Yeah.
shit was.
The man
He
I don't
looks
know,
like a
pretty
hockey
much.
player.
Is that the CW Deathstroke?
That was
Yeah.
the CW.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy, though. Like, Manu's a very
Yeah.
cool guy. I think Owen from Action Elite, who was on earlier, I think he met him or whatever.
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
He
but
did
every
meet him,
time
right?
when he's playing
He's a very
skate,
cool guy.
The
It was-
problem that I have with the suit is it reminds me of a cosplay suit. Like
Yes.
when I look, when I think of Titans, the Titan suit, it looks very reminiscent towards the New 52 Deathstroke suit, and I really like that.
Well, the thing
I
is,
liked New 52 Deathstroke, the comic. That was one I read the whole thing of. I thought that was really cool, and the costume was very cool too.
I have the graphic novel. I'll be right back.
Oh, you,
yeah,
Of course he does.
of course.
Well,
He's a WB supporter. What do you expect?
You be support Jeff Johns.
what are you talking? Like,
But
we
the
buy
thing is
comics.
that I believe what happened was that Warner Brothers didn't let the Arrowverse use Deathstroke because they fucking dumbass company.
what are you talking about?
And, and for the final season of Arrow, which it was decent, it was great. They was gonna give him a new update suit
Okay.
and stuff like that.
They're
But
right
like
here.
they,
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is the whole brand.
Wow.
That's a cool.
Look
That's
at Pattinson Arkham.
His heroin addicted brother. I love him.
that was a cool series.
I like
that
this
shit was
suit.
trash. No, I'm playing.
Did you like the series Arkham? Did you like
Yeah,
that
I
one?
really liked it.
I liked it a lot.
That's
I
a
thought it was really
Deathstroke
good.
movie.
I just saw something.
I
Well,
wish
animated movie.
they,
I have the Deathstroke movie. Did anyone watch that yet?
No.
Is
No,
that one
not
Knights and
Oh
Dragons?
yeah,
Oh, I liked it.
It's-
It was very good.
yeah, it's really cool.
Really cool. Yeah, I
Yeah,
bought that.
I'm
Of
thinking
course.
that other than the Titan suit, another good Deathstroke outfit is the one from the Arkham games.
The
Yeah.
Arkham games are pretty much all good. I think all
Yeah,
the costumes are
like-
good in those games.
I liked Arkham Origins where you
AKA
play
Robert
Death-
Pattinson
Deathstroke.
suit.
The only suit I didn't like in the Arkham games, I would have preferred if Deadshot was a little bit more of the
Oh
red,
yeah.
like the bright
Yeah,
red.
but
Yeah, he had a
Joker
lot,
looked-
his
Joker
suit had a
looked
lot of
sweet.
blacks in it.
Yeah.
New 52 or Rebirth for the comic fans. I'm going to say Rebirth over New 52. What do you guys think? Steve, what
Rebirth.
do you think?
That's a hard
Rebirth.
one because I really
Rebirth?
love Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Okay. Ryan, did you read Rebirth or New 52 or no?
No.
No. Sean, did you read New 52 at all? No?
Nope.
Okay. So, Anthony, you don't read comics, right? Or do you?
I read once in a while. It depends what kind of interests me.
Okay.
I like both. Like it was decent.
Yeah, I'm
Truth, you read some stuff, don't you?
Huh?
Did you like did you read any New 52 or Rebirth or any of those?
Oh, I loved Rebirth, and then once it ended, I stopped reading comics. 'cause
Stopped reading
DC
comics?
It was just getting
What
trash
about
now.
Future State? That garbage.
Oh, that's
Future State
garbage.
was
That is
garbage.
trash.
Arkham, what did you
Um,
52 or Rebirth? What do you think?
I would say Rebirth was very good.
What about the new 52 movies?
I don't like those as much.
That's the DC.
You mean the animated movies?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much the new 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. The one thing that I really hated with the New 52 is they overpowered Damian Wayne for some. He's not that tough. Like they made he beat Batman. Really?
Yeah, like no.
That's ridiculous. Like,
and I love
you hate that Superman beat Batman?
No, I'm saying Robin beat Batman. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I have to tell you truth. I'm really liking if you skip Future State and just read the core Infinite Frontiers, like the two Batmans, the Nightwing, the Joker. I'm really liking those a lot.
The Flash this week was awesome.
Sean, dude,
Jesus, this is like the
this was the goddamn best Flash issue in a long time. Like, because they're fighting Hitler and all that.
Yeah, Spirit Destiny. Oh my god!
And everything.
I think it was Batman versus Robin, correct? Where Robin beat Batman. I think it's like the Court of Owls story where Robin had to choose between Batman or Talon, and
Are you talking about the animated film?
Caleb was asking where he beat Batman, and I'm just telling him it's Batman versus Robin. And
that was Batman versus Robin.
Yeah.
Speaking of the anime, what are y'all thinking of what they're doing with the Long Halloween?
Come on.
I'm good with it, man. Like, Long Halloween is one of the best storylines in Batman comics.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I love Long Halloween. I love
it.
I
mean, they're getting the Macro brothers to the show.
Yeah, like I don't mind.
I hope they give Dark Victory some love.
They probably will.
They always need fodder, right? So
how many parts is this going to be?
2 parts.
2 parts.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles is doing Batman.
One is coming out pretty fast.
I believe part 1 is PG-13 and part 2 is rated R. I think it's coming out in August.
And then it's Injustice.
Did everyone like Hush? Did anyone the Hush cartoon?
Oh hell no! That shit was
garbage.
No,
that was dookie. Come on.
I hated it.
Okay, hold on. Whoa, I didn't mean to start the. Go for it.
Okay, this is how I reviewed it. Like, I did not like. You should not have changed the Hush. Like, it should have been Thomas Elliott from the story. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't mind tidbits. Like, in anime movies, they tweak things here and there, but never change the main villain. Hush.
Yeah, he was the
Riddler.
I was so confused.
The Hush comic miniseries was as close to a perfect Batman miniseries you'll get.
But can I just say one thing?
Switching is pretty bad. So
yeah, I almost turned the film off when that part. I was like, you know what, man,
it was
just ruined it.
No, but on a serious note, does anyone actually know why they? Because I was stunned.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Why?
The person who did the film doesn't know anything about comedy. He even said himself.
Legitimate reason, please.
He's a bum.
The guy is an idiot.
They were secretly J.J. Abrams, man.
JJ's garbage anyway.
I don't like the
franchise killer.
The new 52 was okay, but I didn't like them changing the main like Hush changing it to Riddler. You should never do that. Like, certain things you can adapt with animated movies. Change this tiny bit, this to here, and tiny bit, but never change the main villain from the comics. If you change that, you just get pissed.
It's almost like in the Dark Knight Returns animated film, instead of having Superman, he fights Captain Adam, and then well, what the fuck was that for? Like, what's wrong with you?
I got to say two things. One, I like the Dark Knight Returns because he had RoboCop as Batman, and two, I'm thinking that since the next movie is going to be about Injustice, do you think they're going to follow the plot of the game beat by beat?
But
if they get the comic.
This is a question. Where does it take place after? Does it take Is it the first game or does it take after the second game? Like we do not know.
They'll get George Newbern back.
Like in my opinion, why you didn't make it an HBO Max series? Injustice, why a movie? That is stupid.
They always do movies.
No,
like,
that is
they
retarded.
never do series for those kinds of things.
Yeah.
All that matters to me with this Injustice game, change the goddamn suits because they're fucking garbage. I hate all the designs of the Injustice characters. They're trash. They're trash.
Batman, those designs are garbage.
Batman's design from the first one. The first one always I didn't like the second.
With the Ben Affleck suit.
Batman has a chin strap. He looks like a beta.
Yeah. He looked like Titan's Batman.
He does.
I mean, in the second Injustice game, Batman had like a massive kryptonite suit and knocked him out with one punch.
And he looked weak in it. No, I'm kidding. He looked weak. He looked like Batfleck would have whooped him by himself.
Anthony is famous for 5-second reviews.
Yeah, I know.
5-second reviews, yeah.
Anthony, try to do
I love playing the game.
Let's give a challenge. Hold on a second, Andrew. Hold on. Anthony, challenge. You review something without saying it's. Review something you don't like without using the word trash. Go.
I'm sorry. I can't do that. That is we all know. Listen, I will say it again. Like Dark Knight Rises is the worst movie of all time. That's it. And all this stuff, like it's just not my cup of tea. Like first, I don't like it.
Okay, so wait, what movie? Sorry, what movie is this? Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises is 0.
Okay, so let me give you the review, the negative review without saying trash. If I could try to say it. Sure. Dark Knight Rises is very long. There's a lot of boring elements to it. It feels unrealistic that Batman would stop being Batman for X number of years. 8
years, right?
It doesn't make sense in the storyline. It's very disappointing that they built up Bane as this very intelligent, amazing, great villain who then is undone at the end by Talia. So
I was really born in the door.
That was not very well done.
And
Catwoman beating Bane is also very disappointing. Catwoman herself is not referred to as Catwoman, so that's disappointing for fans as well. Plus, it's just overall bloated. Like the whole stuff with Scarecrow, it's like, okay, I mean, whatever. The stuff with Robin, very shoehorned, doesn't make sense. No build up to that, and it's utterly pointless. There you go.
That's how you say it.
You should use your real name, Robin.
John Blake. John Blake is Robin.
But it's too realistic. Like I don't mind his own take. Like this is his Batman. Like supposedly Christopher Nolan doesn't like superheroes and stuff like that.
I couldn't tell.
He also doesn't like Stone.
But like I just felt like it was just too like there's a point where it's just too realistic. Like
yeah, and can I say what Jay was saying about Bane? But if you know the character of Bane, Tom Hardy's Bane did not have anything enhancing him.
That's correct.
No Venom, no nothing.
Bro, in the comics, he's a wrestler, man.
He's like, I will break the bat.
Yeah.
I know he's a wrestler.
I get it. Nolan wanted to be realistic. You don't have to have the fucking tube in the back of him and all that.
No,
just show him shooting like steroids into him to make him stronger.
Exactly.
You don't have to. I mean, do that.
Exactly. Is it so hard?
Yeah, do that. Don't just like Tom Hardy's a great actor and all. Yeah, whatever. But like Bane himself, like I couldn't understand about 90% of his fucking dialogue. And not only that, he's a part of the League of Shadows with bum-ass Talia, who had a horrible plot and vengeance against Bruce Wayne that doesn't make any sense. Like you're trying to seduce
and
this man.
She forgot to die.
She died terribly.
She forgot to die.
Not only that, her plan was to wait. Her plan was to kill Bruce Wayne, but she doesn't think to kill him in his most vulnerable state while she's trying to seduce him and he's half naked. Like what? Like it makes no sense. This movie.
Yeah, it was all over the place. Like she could have killed Bruce Wayne while they were at the manor.
She should have stepped. She should have cut his dick off while she was doing stuff. Like torture him that way.
I got 2 questions about the League of Shadows.
Sex with him.
Yeah, do that. Like, why wait after the fact?
Speaking of League of Shadows, did any of you guys like Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah, I like him.
He was great.
And do you think like his Ra's al Ghul should have had like been immortal with the Lazarus Pit?
Yes, because that's what Ra's al Ghul is.
Yeah, like
Christopher Nolan doesn't want fantasy, so there you go.
No, he doesn't want that.
That's
Yeah,
why
he's
I mean,
not
Christopher
Nolan.
Nolan is gay, so what do you expect?
Like, what I gather in his movies is it's always realism.
I'm playing.
Okay, but in the next one, the Joker in the Nolan films, he doesn't fall into
That was good. That was good.
Film critics.
Uh-oh. As soon as it gets past 9:15, it's like, yep, here we go.
It's 9:25.
Anthony, I hope you get hired to do a Christopher Nolan retrospective, man.
Right,
Yeah,
me to do
how much you hate
reviews
him.
on every movie of Christopher Nolan, and but like Christopher Nolan is a great filmmaker. First of all, Tenet was god awful. Holy crap!
Oh, I hated Tenet.
Crap.
Oh my god, I hated that
I'm telling
goddamn
you,
movie.
the best parts of Tenet was Denzel Washington's son and Robert Pattinson. That's it. The plot doesn't make sense at all. It's a fucking time travel movie. It was Endgame 2.0, pretty much. Like, come on, man.
Like,
I really liked it.
Unless
You did?
I
watched it twice.
With
I shouldn't have had to wasted my money and risk my life to see that garbage movie.
Oh my Ryan,
You saw that in the movie theater?
Yeah, I saw it in the theaters and I regretted every second of
Hey,
it.
last movie I saw was Birds of Prey, which
I gotta say, I can't really review Tenet because I still haven't heard it yet. I sat in the theater, the soundtrack was on, but I didn't hear a damn thing.
Yeah, you can barely. I couldn't hear a goddamn thing anyone was saying in that movie.
So
is it confusing?
I watched it on. I've got it on 4K, and they did go and fix that. So I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it on 4K, and I heard everything clearly. My wife and I both heard everything clearly, and we understood what was going on. We both liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I understood the audio. It's just that it doesn't. I have questions. It doesn't. For the rules they made in the movie, it doesn't make any sense. But I'm sure if I watched it like 30 times, I understand it. So.
Nobody's gonna watch it that many
like,
times.
If you
nobody's
have to
gonna
go
watch
back
that
in
movie.
time,
Come
you
on,
have to
bro.
anyway. Whatever.
Nobody's watching that god awful movie.
Yeah, I think so
God
too,
awful.
right now.
New.
I know it's on HBO Max, so like.
It's on Max for free.
I'll tell you this: Tenet was the first time in a movie theater where I took my phone out and I started looking on Instagram. I was that bored by halfway through the
Hey,
film.
TJ, if you want to
How long is
suffer,
the film?
I mean, go ahead. I mean, go watch it. It's up to you.
It definitely didn't bring back movies.
Yeah.
How long is it? Like, is it 1
How
hour?
pompous you have to be to make that?
2.5
Is it like
hours.
2 hours and 25 minutes?
I don't know.
It's 2.5 hours.
Is it worth
Watching
watching?
every minute?
I'll tell you.
5
I'll,
hours.
I'll tell you what was a better theater experience than that, which was Army of the Dead. That was
I
an awesome
agree.
theater
yeah?
experience.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
We're not open yet. We're not open in Canada.
Oh, it's
We're
not
not gonna
out
open
for a
tomorrow.
while.
Yeah, Netflix tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see it tomorrow, or I'll see it on the weekend. Sean and I love zombie movies anyway, so we're like zombie movie guys.
Troopers gonna make a live stream and spoil it now.
For sure.
Even if I wasn't the hardcore Snyder fan I am, I fucking loved Army of the Dead.
You know what? IGN give it. They give it a 5 out of 10. I was like,
well, fuck
IGN
IGN.
sucks.
They suck.
IGN
dick.
is fucking stupid.
5 out of 10.
Well, it was a 6 out of 10, but like
I don't like the way
sucks.
people
I like
review
it.
movies, though.
trash.
Anyways, I like my way.
IGN's ratings are very.
People are thinking Snyder's like Satan or the devil.
People review movies in a weird way. They review them on some weird scale that doesn't make sense within what it is. Like,
I mean, they review it
it's
from
a zombie
critic
movie, so I'm going to review it as a zombie movie, which has certain what I call promises. A zombie, every movie gives you a promise. This movie is going to promise you undead action. At the end of the world, characters fighting each other, characters fighting the zombies. If you get that, it's already going to be a pass. If it gives you more than that, then it gives you more and you give it a higher grade. Sorry, Sean. Yeah, what did you say?
I was gonna say, like, this isn't based on anything, right?
No, I don't think
it's original, right? I'm excited for that. Like, I want to see him do more of his own thing. Like,
I agree with you.
Don't play with other people's characters anymore. Just do your own thing.
With ratings with movies, the one thing that I do really hate is like people pay attention to like ratings, what other people say. Like it should be your own opinion. If you like something, that's your opinion and stuff like that. I just don't like this rating system. Like it's just
Double,
I
he's
got
the
a
second
9 out of
best.
10.
Yes,
5-star.
the Double C. You've got your. Well, this was the best part in that movie where he's in the hospital and all that. I thought that was like that was like the coolest part.
Chaos.
He was gonna show up in Dark Knight Rises before he
Yeah.
passed.
Yeah, he was gonna be the
was.
judge. He was gonna be the judge in that one scene.
That would have been super fun,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
If he didn't pass away,
Man in the
I think
High
Dark,
Castle,
if
is
he
that
didn't
any
pass
good?
away, I think Dark Knight Rises would have been good, but you know.
It would have
Anything
brought
with Joker makes it good.
if Joker was in Dark Knight Rises, it would have gone from a -4 to like a 2 out of 10.
Yeah,
-4. That's your rating.
and he would have won the
-4.
Oscar again. He would have won the Oscar again.
My negative.
When you watch Dark Knight Rises, you could easily tell that Nolan's heart wasn't in it anymore.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I feel like
No,
I felt like
he
he
was
was forced to do it.
He
They
was
had
already out of
another
it.
movie planned, and then he had to do
Why
this
is
thing.
Game of
and-
One Skeptic Man?
Why do you want Skeptic Band? He's coming on tomorrow.
Oh,
It's
feel
being
like-
hit tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Hollywood.
The Human
The highlight.
Cloverfield.
Yeah, he always shows us his pizza and his his fan.
Well, he
Like,
was
No, he told
crazy.
me he's
though,
serious
bro.
tomorrow.
He's a crazy
he's
kid.
always
man.
No, he's promised me. He tweeted me. He's saying he's not doing any bullshit tomorrow. We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about.
Hey,
He's
No
talking
man,
about
missing
come
Spider-Man.
tweets on
Yo,
camera.
man,
and,
you
yeah.
his father. You gonna believe that?
I don't know.
Right.
I believe I'm like I'm the naive Superman. I'll just believe you.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's a drug addict, so you expect.
God.
Oh my
No other YouTuber than the boss, man.
Are you guys going to watch? I think Lucifer season. I think 5 or 2.
I never read Lucifer comics. Did you
Yeah, me
read
either.
Lucifer? Sean?
Me either, but
No.
the show's very good. I like the show.
Well, Netflix.
My wife
I
loves
was
it,
right.
and I told her it's based on a comic, and she was stunned.
Yeah.
I never
Why
read
do you read
based
this
on
then?
comics.
What about iZombie? I was reading the iZombie comic. The show isn't really exactly
No,
the comic,
the show.
but the
is-
show's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show's
And I
good.
met the girl. So
Yeah.
Steve and I both met her.
Yeah.
From iZombie. Again, that's a comic book nobody knows. That's a DC. I think it's part of DC.
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Matt Reeves, so the Flash movie suck ass.
He
Right?
just shows us alcohol.
Yeah.
You talked
definitely.
about Matt Reeves and you talked about.
Oh, Matt Reeves. Okay, Matt Reeves. I'm gonna give you my 2 cents about Matt Reeves. He's a
Oh,
great
here we go.
director. I'm gonna watch the movie. If it's good, it's good. The Riddler design is okay. It is what it is. I mean,
It's trash.
He's good. No, truth. He literally said in an interview he's gonna get a new suit.
He looks
Yeah.
like the fucking Gimp from Pulp Fiction. What are you talking about? Bro?
Okay,
That's
this is my 2 cents.
That's not the Riddler. I don't know what
This
the
is
fuck that
year
is.
2.
Let me
Let's
explain
get
all this.
question
I can
marks.
explain all this. Okay, the Riddler is not the Riddler. He's this is before
So why is he in the movie?
Oh Lord.
Let me explain. The alias that he's using is Edward Nash, and this is before he has the alias and changing it to Edward Nigma. This is like the process of. This is an origin movie for all the villains.
That's what I said. Origin.
It's an origin movie for the villains, and you like at the end of the movie, like probably at the final fight, you'll see the actual Riddler design, and his name will
with
be
the
the
question marks
Riddler
and the cane.
and everything like that. Like it's an origin movie. This is how.
Well,
Matt
Matt
Reeves-
Reeves said there's gonna be a lot of.
But why are we getting origin movies for the villains? Since Batman is already established, shouldn't his villains be established as well? Because this is his
Well,
second year, correct?
Like,
Hey, Truth. I'll tell you why. Have you ever heard the phrase of like people? The villains always say Batman created them.
Yeah,
That it's probably gonna be like that.
but I
Yeah,
don't like
but
that.
the Riddler knows
Wait,
who's
I don't like it.
Villains
either.
did he create?
The thing is that this Riddler knows who's Bruce Wayne. He
Yeah.
we know he knows whose Bruce Wayne identity is. He knows that's Batman.
Well, here's the thing. I got a good
I
example.
don't like it. I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like an origin.
yeah,
Yeah, let me give you an example.
I don't like the design. Like I want it fully established, but it's what Matt
Yeah.
Reeves wants to do.
Okay,
so
but okay, I will say
Guys, let me
this.
explain. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. In Batman Arkham Origins, the Riddler was Edward Nash, a tech guy who worked at the GCPD.
That could be him.
I mean, the thing is that like based on what Arkham's saying, I should just show up for the last 10 minutes of the movie when they're all like
You're
properly.
kidding me, dude. Come on.
And I'll
Yeah,
watch that, and
that's
I'm
true.
good.
Well, first of all, the Flash movie is gonna be garbage. Okay, so you can't compare the Batman movie to the garbage Flash
But
movie.
yeah, I didn't think of it like that.
Okay,
It's a good point.
Like you can't compare. Like, come on. And okay, so I know they're gonna release a new trailer at Garbage DC Fandom 2020.
Garbage DC Fandom.
Okay, so at the end of
so
this October, I think.
Are we talking about Matt Reeves Batman? We go to the Flash.
It doesn't matter. You can okay. It's like saying compare Matt Reeves Batman to the Garbage Flash movie. No, but nobody's gonna do that. So I mean, I know they're gonna show every trailer for whatever garbage DC movies they got in the future, like for the Flash, for Batman, Black Adam, and
I'm excited
whatever.
for Batman. Batman's
So like, if you show me another Batman trailer and it's good like the first one, I was like, okay, I'm okay. It is.
Like,
yeah.
I'm excited what Matt Reeves what he's gonna be expanding for his universe. I do prefer the villains to be already established. I agree with that, but like it's what he wants to do, and I don't mind seeing like the origin of like it's not like it's gonna be every villain. It's just the Riddler. Like the main villain's going to be like the Penguin.
Well,
is called the
no,
Penguin.
for my Reeves said there's gonna be like 2 or 3 villains in the
This is how
Batman and Robin.
The top row, at
you can
least.
come on. You can't.
Yeah, like
I know how the top row is going to. We're all going to sit there. We're going to have our popcorns. We're going to have our drinks. We're going to sit there day one on IMAX. J-Man's going to be in J15. We're going to be sitting there. We'll watch the damn movie, and afterwards we'll be like, "That was okay," or "That was garbage." That's how
we'll see when it's. We'll see.
Yeah,
when
but
it's
I will say this:
here's the
wait
thing.
till the
Here's
second
how I'm
trailer
gonna
come out.
represent.
And the second, if the second trailer is trash for the Batman movie, then I'm gonna say it. You know, I'm gonna straight up say it. When they release a new trailer in DC Fandom in 2021 of October of 2021, if they release a new Batman trailer, if it's not good, I'm gonna say, okay, it's not good. Don't watch it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm
sure it's a good movie because I love Matt Reeves, and Matt Reeves is a great director. But like I said, I think I said this in a previous video. I love Ben Affleck's Batman, and I'm not done with Ben Affleck's Batman. Like you have this whole other movie that Warner Brothers is trying to promote. Meanwhile, we have this other movie that story hasn't been concluded yet. So how about we finish Ben Affleck's story first? We finish this movie, and then we can go on to Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson and see what happens going forward. But right now, I'm just like, okay, I know the Batman movie, cool, but I already have my Batman movie.
And don't get me wrong, like Robert Pattinson is gonna be a great Batman.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And Andy Serkis is gonna be a great outfit.
Let's finish Affleck first.
And stuff like, I love Ben Affleck.
Like, why can't we have both? Like, you can have Ben Affleck's Batman on HBO Max.
I don't even know what Pattinson.
Yeah, that could be a possible thing. Okay, guys.
You can have this, like this on this HBO Max, and you can have Pattinson's trilogy.
Both. He's leaving, James. He's leaving.
Okay, so I gotta go.
Wait,
All right.
Before you go.
Thanks. Well, Steve, Sean, you guys always.
You know,
Ryan, thanks so much for coming on, Ryan.
No problem.
Really appreciate your thoughts, and you've given us some stuff to think about. So we appreciate that as well.
Yep.
I can't wait for the BVS talk. Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
I gotta rewatch it.
I love hate.
The live stream name should be Sean.
I gotta
rewatch
it. I gotta
if you get Bell in here, we'll tag team you guys.
Does Bell love BVS?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she does.
She's a Henry Cavill simp.
Yo, if we're doing the BVS thing next time, just put Sean on Spotlight. I'll go. I've already heard the talk, so I'll just use the bathroom.
He's heard every rant. Yeah,
that's funny.
We've heard all the rants. All right, guys. So tomorrow, it's gonna be me and your favorite guest, Skeptic Stream. It's not gonna be too long. It's just gonna be maybe an hour or so. Just talking about He wants to talk about Spider-Man because he likes Spider-Man.
Oh,
so
he's gonna be high as fuck.
Ooh, I'll be there.
He promises me it's gonna be good. So
I think.
And one more thing.
Friday,
and the Friday after it's gonna be you and me, Arkham, and then I'm gonna do a Punisher one in between with our buddy Owen.
Oh, that's good. And and I'll say this. Fuck the Black Superman movie with JJ.
Fact.
JJ's a racist piece of shit. And the Flash movie gonna suck ass. Thank you. Peace, everybody.
And when Robert Pattinson comes out, I'm gonna be in the theater and I'm gonna watch it. If it's good, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm in. Give me more popcorn. If it's bad, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm still watching. And then get a chance.
All right. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Take care, Andrew.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, we had a good one today. I think everything was really cool. We got a little bit there,
Yeah,
but I
nice
think
meeting you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying not to get into the chaos. I was like, stay in your lane, come in when you need to.
No, but that's good. I like targets, like or targeted attacks where it's like, boom, you come in with like a good shot, and then it's like, you know. So I
sorry
appreciate
from my
coming
point
on.
of view, but like that's just how I feel.
No,
I have to
no,
really
fine.
rewatch
No way.
Man of Steel again, but
Yeah, no
I've seen it
apologizing.
like freaking 6-7 times, but
yeah,
so
literally.
maybe I like I don't know.
Yeah,
I've watched it about like 55 or like 150.
Yeah. And as I say,
I don't even know. I've watched it too many times, that movie.
I just rub wrong with the philosophy of it. So if I have a better point of view, maybe I'll have something to grab onto and like it with. But,
and the thing is, like, people got it. Like, I think most people are accepting of everyone's points of views anyways. It's like it doesn't take if you like or not like something, it doesn't take away, like, you own the movie on 4K, right? So that's yours forever. So you have it, right? Like, I mean, for anybody who owns it, right? If they don't like it, it's like, for me, it's like if I've liked things, and Sean, we didn't know each other as kids, but I like things that everyone hated my whole.
I mean, I literally pre-ordered the 4K of BVS, and then I realized I didn't have a 4K player, so I bought a $200 4K player just for the BVS.
Oh, I don't have a 4K player either, but I buy everything on 4K because I know, well, it comes with the Blu-ray anyways, and I know I'm going to get 4K eventually. Steve's got 4K, so he's set up for it.
Yeah.
But but I'm going to pre-order the Justice League 4K anyways because you gotta have the 4K of that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that.
But and then that'll be better. That'll be a better viewing experience for us as well because I can see it on my proper TV and everything. Like, I can see it properly with my surround sound. I didn't have the proper surround sound when you're watching it off of whatever streaming thing. It's just not connected properly because it comes through my player. Anyways, whatever. All right, but okay, guys, thanks so much. And I'm gonna be back tomorrow with Skeptic, so that's gonna be hopefully okay.
Thanks for having me on. Thanks a lot.
Cool, man. All right, see you.
I'll see you. Bye bye.
Yeah, guys. I'm gonna just end it right there. All right. Take care, everybody. Be seeing you.